Hello, hello, hello. And get our stuff going here. Special Thanksgiving stream of the Landedkiller shows. I don't know when I'm going to be back tomorrow, as I have a lot going on tomorrow. This one goes out to all the guys dealing with a broken heart tonight. Everybody's ever been wronged by their partner, man or woman. This string goes out to all of you. Goes out to being together with family and around trustworthy, honest, decent people. Without further ado, we're going to get started. First, we're going to get started with opening up some containers in the spirit of Black Friday. So here we go. One at a time. Let's see if we get something. More Captain XP, huh? Alright. Hoping for a certain ship. I don't know if I'll get it, though. I just like owning them one up at a time because it's like a throwback to the earlier days of the game, for me anyway. It's so different to have these bonuses in game versus the old stuff. The old signals. I miss the old signals already. Basilisk, Wyvern, all of them. According to the odds, I should drop one ship before I open up all these. So far, we're not even doing that. Come on. That's why containers are always the best bet. You don't often get what you want out of them. Come on. Ah, exactly the one I wanted. Cool. That is exactly the one I wanted. I don't really care for the other two. I'm sure they'd be nice to have in my collection, but I don't really have a need for Napoli or Maine's Black. Take a look at them though, I guess, to just see how they look. Maine's Black looks decent, actually. Shiny metal with the chrome. Jeez, it does look decent, don't it? I really wanted the Corsair Black for a reason. I'm going to quickly outfit it with what I wanted to put it. What I have on the normal Corsair. Do I have it set up for secondaries? Nope. That's what this one's going to be set up for, is for secondaries. I'm joking on that. Okay, what's this one come up with? Gonna outfit this how I see fit. I like to prioritize the fun builds occasionally. Alright, we're gonna see how this performs. Take this one out first and we'll switch back to Shotcloth Black. See how this plays. Corsair Black, the ship I want. Because people must be missing some Forza content on the racing channel, so I have to get to work on that immediately. I try to get that racing channel more content, it just takes time. Alright, let's try a secondary focus Corsair and see how that goes. This was a design that the Russians wanted, so I'm surprised I don't see a Russian version of this, to be honest. But we will in the future. They'll probably replace out these secondaries with the Russian 130mm ones. Got quite enough range to hit him from here, so I'm gonna wait. Targeting my ship, huh? 11 seconds. I don't know why the shells just don't ever want to hit with the ship. Pretty much does suck. This isn't good at all. We have an Ohio pushing up through the middle. Jeez. Hey, dude. Welcome to the stream. Some late night ships. Thanks. 4J2905. Oof, though, we're getting our butts handed to us though on this one. Switch out to a different ship. 11 a.m. there. You're in a different time zone. Ah, jeez. The future. The future's always different, isn't it? How to play a carrier. Must be on the other side of the world then, I take it, huh? Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. It is unpredictable. You never know what the hell's going to happen. I thought I would still be in my caretaker job last year around this time, but then things fell apart in the New Year's of last year. Things change. You just gotta get used to them, I guess. That's all I can say. What's special about this build I have on this Chakalov is its secondary focus, so if Destroyer sneaks up on me, it's gonna get him. Alright, where am I gonna hide? Probably gotta go back here. Probably do it. Alright, let's go. Let's see what I can do with this. Yep, you gotta keep going in life for sure. One thing that came out of that job at least was these channels. I want to say it was 9.5 kilometers on the Chakalov B the last time I checked. With it fully kitted out for secondaries. I don't get why they don't just release another version of Corsair for Russia, but instead of American main battery, they go with something different. The Slava guns or something, that'd be interesting. Alright, I gotta get out of here for it. Taken out by these fighters. I know it's really good range. Almost grabs up levels for sure. Oh, these two both have good AA, so I better drop these early, I guess. Let's drop these. Interesting indeed to see a secondary fight between a Graf Zeppelin and a Chakalov B for sure, I would say. And I know I'm not going run around Black Friday shopping this year. Forget that. I know better. I've worked Black Friday. I know how stressful it can be. There's been too much going on. So I'm not risking it. With all them people running around these days, I'm not risking it. I mean, heck, I was at a movie theater last week, you know, and a whole SWAT team was coming in. Because there was a fight in the Black Panther movie. About 40 minutes before my movie. A fight in the Black Panther movie. I don't know what it was about, but jeez, they had people dressed up in full SWAT gear and all that shit. I was just like, whoa. Jeez, indeed, my life is just crazy. I'm gonna have to write a book one of these days on my life or something. No, not in Ohio. Minnesota. Minnesota. I'm surprised about how much people get away with up here. It's crazy. Laws are strict as hell. We had nanny state laws for the longest time too on liquor for Sundays. Yeah, it's crazy living up here. We've had shootings at the Mall of America too. Oh, I have relatives down in Florida. They tell me a thing or two. Funny story was I was at the amusement park Valley Fair and I actually ran into the Florida Jaguars. That was interesting. I was only like I want to say 12 or 13 at the time. I was just like, wow. I don't know what the hell they're doing in Minnesota for, but man, it was crazy. Still a picture of me out there somewhere. Oh, they have alligators down in Florida. I've visited before. It's a lot of fun down there in that area. I went to one of the places where Katrina ran through and it was interesting. Floodwaters were high. There's tons of alligators. I'm not sure about crocs, but I know alligators for sure there. And I've been to New Orleans too. Oh man, I gotta go back to New Orleans one of these days. Obviously not during Mardi Gras. You go during Mardi Gras, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of crap. There's this whole thing with beads and women flashing and crap. I don't want to be around it. Not my type of thing. I'm waiting until I'm married. I'll find the right one then. First, I gotta work on me. What's nice about this ship is you can just spam these torpedo bombers. Yeah, flashing. That's what they do at Mardi Gras with you showing the beads and stuff. Down in New Orleans. Yeah, not my type of thing, like I said. I'm gonna find somebody eventually. This track that's playing right now is a prototype. Final one won't be done for some time, but it's gonna represent my heartbreak. Yeah, I gotta find a decent woman myself. It's hard these days. Too many of them are pulling that triple timing crap where they're going after multiple guys at once, and it's just sickening. It's like, stay loyal to one guy already. You know? I don't know. Just my take. It's been a while since I've seen a good woman in a bit. Seems like they've all disappeared and shit. What is this? Night?
Yeah.
Oh, are you in ships?
Yeah, I'm on ships.
Yeah, I'll hook up with you for a match here in a minute once I'm out of this one. I'm talking to a subscriber here. Just gotta keep working on yourself till you get a nice lady. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, Knight, here's some key advice for you. Like, it's like when you give up the search for a woman, you work on yourself and shit, that's when you find them. That's what I keep finding is the common thread between people finding someone decent, you know? I think that's something to keep in mind. I wish somebody told me this when I was your age, Knight. Don't focus on the women all the damn time. You gotta focus on you and reading them damn books. You know what I'm saying, Knight?
I know we're on YouTube, so I was going to say something, but I'm like, maybe that's a bit against each guideline.
I'm fine with the occasional F-bomb or something like that, but I don't want us going into the wrong territory here.
I was going to say, focus more on the books and learning about shit actually useful in life and less on your pecker.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Hey, I haven't ate a single nut this entire fucking month. No peanuts, no fucking peanut butter. Man, I've been working the fucking shit out for this month.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm taking that in November.
Ah, yeah. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Echo in the voice chat.
Everyone else does like our first day.
Yeah, I get you. I get you, Knight. Hopefully that fixes it. I got you, 4J2905. I think I should have fixed that by now. It should work a little better. Yeah. What else is going on with your night?
Whenever I hopped on here, whenever the Black Friday event started, I bought 5 Black Friday containers and got my
You're trying to shop Black Friday computers, huh?
yeah, I'm mostly going after indie computers.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know what else is going on.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here and fear if we can find the right. If we turn them up to around here,
Graph. Yeah, graph.
we'll kill that. That should probably do it a little better.
Ooh. What about the spawn or the Spain?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the right settings here, dude.
Why does that look so much better than the normal Spain? The Spain Black, that aircraft
Don't
carrier.
buy containers, and armors have quite bad drop rate. I hear you on that. Oopsies, almost forgot.
No, out of 5 of them, I got at least 1 ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I opened up about 12 just at the start of the stream here. I dropped Corsair Black, which is the one I was hoping I'd get anyway. Not going to drop anymore. I'm not interested in Napoli Black or Mainz Black. Don't really have it. I don't have interest.
Bro, send me over. I want to test my luck before Black Friday ends.
What?
I said, send me some over.
You're funny. You think I lost my job there, buddy. I don't have money at the moment. Yes, I did. I lost that battle, unfortunately. It's going good. It's going good, Straws.
Awesome. What the fuck?
Hey. I needed to leave that place. I was losing my damn mind. The place was not healthy for me.
I did not know that happened. Well, that's an interesting thing now.
Well, I do have a job already lined up, so thankfully for that, I should be fine.
God. Oh, thank God. I'm like, oh no. Are we gonna lose you forever? No, we still got you.
Yeah, I'm just not going to be going out and doing anything super big for Christmas this year. Milo was saying maybe I should give people some prem time or something. I'm just like, yeah, we'll see. Crosa returned. Not sure if you met Crosa. I forget if you did or not.
Yeah, I did. I met Crosa.
Yeah, he came back. He said he was out for hospital stuff. Yeah, I'm in a better spot now, thankfully. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, things happen.
Because of, no, because I work Renaissance, so it's limited time.
Well, at least you're back now. That's all that matters. Yeah.
I mean, I can always get on, but I just was playing like Modern Warfare or Overwatch.
I did create a channel for that actually.
Overwatch or
FPS. Landedkiller FPS. It launched about a couple days ago. So I'm covering all the genres, like I said.
well, I play on Xbox, so if you want to.
There's crossplay. There's crossplay between Modern Warfare 2 and the PC. There's crossplay. I was gonna.
So yeah, for Modern Warfare 2, the Battle Pass, I got it only because of well, I bought that thing before it actually came out because it was off. It was 99, but after I pre-ordered it, the other thing was like $30. I'm like, oh, that's fucking fine. I get everything else with it. I'm gonna get anything, just get it before anything else happens.
I see.
Alright, I'm gonna get myself 5 containers for Black Friday. Let me see. First one comes up as yes, 14 free XP of blues. 4. I can only hope. Nope. More blues. I like it.
Wait a minute. Are you out of battle right now?
I'm not in battle at all. I'm just opening up these 5 Black Friday containers.
I almost forgot you're in here.
Yeah.
I sent you an invite.
What's my last one? Give me something good, damn it. Damn it, no. didn't get anything that good. Sucks ass.
Yeah, 4J's good in his advice. Definitely heed that. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Knight. My whole plan with these channels eventually is just to get them all off the ground, all up to 1,000 subs. So that's going to take me quite a couple of years, but that's the end game anyway. Yeah.
I'm gonna let myself be silent in all this.
What?
I need to do a video, that's my problem. Because I haven't done it in a while.
Night Wolf Gaming?
No.
Night Wolf Gaming.
It is not Night Wolf Gaming at all.
No, you create Night Wolf. No. You create Night Wolf Gaming and you start streaming Modern Warfare 2 and only Modern Warfare 2, and you're gonna get subscribers fast. You're young. You're young guys still. They'll eat it up. They love the reaction content. They love.
Night Wolf 53 has 3,720 subscribers on it, so.
Yep, you keep that going, and then you start Modern Warfare 2 streaming on a second channel.
Nice.
You establish multiple income streams. This is what I would have done if I was your age right now, is I would have already started the YouTube channels. I was a foolish boy back then, and I didn't get that stuff going. But you got more years on you than me. I'm saying you start that Modern Warfare 2 channel up, you keep streaming only Modern Warfare 2 stuff, you're going to get subscribers, you're going to get a good income stream fast.
You have to remember, I'm on Xbox, so streaming is a bit harder for a console.
There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
There's always a way.
Yeah. There's actually a program that works on the Xbox. I forget what it's called, but it exists. You pay a certain amount of money per month, and you can stream directly to YouTube with it. There's a program that exists for that. I just forget what it's called. I'm telling you.
The new Japanese Tier 6 cruiser. Isn't that like it's a Japanese Tier 6 destroyer?
Shinome, yeah. This is the normal one. I got the black one too. I'm just playing them both because I'm trying to get my doubloons. Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal at the end of the day, is grow these channels. I appreciate the support from you, Straws, and you, 4J2905. Trying to grow this community, and one of the things that I'm trying to sit here and say is we're going to build a nice, positive community where we support each other and just have fun at the end of the day. That's it. Nothing too complicated. We can joke around a little bit too. I don't care.
You know what I'm going to be getting over the next year? Or maybe
what?
I don't know, maybe 3 crowns, 2 or 3 root canals, and some fillings on my teeth.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, those are painful. That's painful.
They are just, well, no, they numb my eyes, so I can barely even feel them at all. It's annoying, not painful at all, really.
I get you, 4J. I get you. I hear you, Knight. Yeah. I think one of our biggest things is just going to be trying to get our clan back up in the order again. We haven't run clan battles in forever. We got to get back.
I left because they kind of fucked up on a lot of things on this goddamn game.
Hey, I had to deal with that girl situation at work, so I understand completely.
You're not within what wargaming has done. You are kind of just like the force that is just here for us to play with.
Yeah, I've accepted it. I thought you'd be loving subs.
Oh, I am. I'll be honest. I'm loving the shit out of subs.
What you probably don't like is the super ships.
That
Oh.
I hate.
I hear you, NGO. I hear you, 4J. No, dang it. I better pop smoke and repair quick. Yeah. Old Milo hasn't been in here in 2 weeks. Over 2 weeks. So I got in him a little bit tonight, too. We'll see what happens. With Crosa back, he's going to be more obliged to come in more often. His thing that he always was saying, I'm not sure if I told you this, was he's like saying he saw you and I have it online, but then you guys wouldn't shoot him an invite or some other nonsense like that. That's what he told me a while ago.
Been on a while. I'm planning to get back on fucking VR chat though, because I haven't been on that shit in a while as well.
Looks like a lot of fun for all the videos I see of it. To be honest.
I do find it fun. I just have not been on it for a while. After
Yeah.
a while, it can get boring, but I do still find it fucking fun. You just need like an area to fucking play it in.
Yeah.
So what do you want to go into?
Well, me? I'm just trying to play these black ships to get the XP for them. So let's see. What other black ships do I have here?
Oh, I need to play mines.
Shaglov, Turpitz Black. Ah, I guess I can pull up Turpitz.
Oh my god, yes. But the opposite sister ships.
Oh, yeah. Where the hell is it?
I'm not the sister ship of Prince Eugen, I'm just... I don't know, a heavy cruiser.
That's fine. Like I said, I'm just trying to get my stuff in here. That way I can get this all wrapped up and stuff, you know. Having all this, doubloons will come in handy later when the Christmas containers drop. They're actually sticking the dockyard ships from past events in there, which is tempting. I'm hoping I get Odin out of them and Anchorage, and that's it. Not really too concerned about getting Malta out of it, to be honest. But Malta would be nice to have.
So wait, what's the next dockyard ship then?
Admiral Schroeder. Supposed to be like a gear, but only duals and not triples like a gear. Yeah, doubloons are always good.
Yeah, but so what are you about to say about like old ships?
They come back. You're gonna have those drop before the rare ones.
So are they gonna get like so are they gonna be in dockyard or are they gonna be like able to buy for like a limit?
They're gonna be stuck in random containers. 3 different levels. You got your, they call it small, big, and mega from what I remember. They normally don't go on sale until about a week after the update launches for December.
Can I fucking get what I want?
That's why you should save your money right now and stop wasting on Black Friday containers.
Yeah, I only ever wasted it 2 times on Black Friday.
Which is you have a chance at like nearly 200 something premiums there.
Oh, where my mom and dad already owe me a lot of money.
Yeah.
At least over 200.
Yeah.
And my friend owes me for gas for last time, so I'm gonna be.
Yeah, don't have people. Yeah, you make sure you get that money. Don't let people take advantage of you. One of my friends did that to me. You know, I was taking care of him for forever, and he ended up causing me a bunch of grief. Would never save his damn money. Like, I'm gonna tell you this: do not ever have a roommate that spends all his money on eating out, because then you'll be stuck sitting there trying to pay the other things and trying to keep the place going. It's a life lesson right there. I had to learn the hard way. Yeah. Almost every embarrassing experience that a man could possibly have, I have had to deal with in my life. Except the ones that involve 18 plus activities, to be frank. But I have been super careful in that area, and I have chosen abstinence. Abstinence, that is the thing, abstinence.
Yeah, if you wanna like play Overwatch at all, I can get on with you. Since
Yeah.
Played it since I've played it for a long time. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I kind of launched the FPS channel.
Is it all connected through one account, or is it like multiple?
What my you?
Yeah.
They're all on different emails.
Damn.
Security that way. Oh, thanks, 4J. Yeah, I'm just trying to help out Knight here. He's still a young lad. He's still got a ways to go. Doing what I can. Yeah, I got some years on you, Knight. And I just tell you that it sucks to have to work for the man all the time and not be your own boss. That's why I'm saying, hey, start that YouTube channel, give it a shot. You know? Because the number one thing they don't tell you is money management is the number one key to success in later years. Money management, reading good books, both two good things. Oh man, what is this Columbo doing? It's literally blocking my path right now. I don't like that. He does not have any situation awareness whatsoever. Yeah.
I kind of want to go into like something with well, automotive or something. My mom's like, fuck no. I'm like, all right then.
Sales.
Well, why not
Oh,
go into butchering then?
you ever hear of Denny Hecker?
Denny Hacker?
My dad worked for that guy. He
Hmm.
was the only honest man in that damn dealership. All the rest of them were pulling shady shit. Yeah, you want to be careful with the auto stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Unless you're like a mechanic or something, then you're not. Then you're not gonna get anywhere. Dream on Milo server is a diesel mechanic. Not when I
Yeah,
talk with him. Yeah.
so with IC, was it ITU? I could go ahead and combine at least one of the like two classes together, and the only ones that are actually like able to really combine together are going to be the diesel and automotive, because you're kind of dealing with the same shit, just one's on a bigger scale
Yeah.
than the other.
Yeah. Learning both sides is probably for the best. And damn, I heard a story the other day about a Tesla catching fire, and it took them forever to put out the fire because of all the chemicals in the battery. I am not. I'm kind of iffy on the electric cars still. Good for the environment, yes.
I'm
Not so good for when they catch on fire.
You have to remember their fucking batteries are horrible.
Yeah, especially right now, they don't have them in a good spot yet. Give them another few years, and they might be in a better spot. Right now, they're
Yeah,
still developing that stuff.
bro, you wanna fucking get a good fucking Tesla up and running? Throw one of those old fucking phone batteries from like the 1990s in there, and you fucking have a working car for the next 30 years.
I imagine so.
Hey, my mom had a fucking Nokia, and my dad had one as well, and he lost his. They tried to find it. They didn't find it until 3 days later in a mud pile where a light was going blinking off, and that bitch was still working.
Wow. Probably because
That's the power of
Microsoft.
a Nokia, man.
Yeah, part of the Microsoft phones, indeed. Jeez, I'm getting tore up here. A lot of matches ended pretty short because there's not enough organization for the teams. Yeah, I mean, Knight, like, you don't ever want, like, to ever end up in the fucking ER and shit. It fucking sucks. I've been there and shit. It fucking sucks, man.
Alright.
All that shit, yeah. Yeah, there's a Discord channel. There's a Discord, yeah. That's how he's talking to me now. Should be in the description of the live stream, I think. It's been a bit.
Have you seen like all the fucking shit people have been getting now on Discord, like these random servers popping up, and it's like, what the fuck are these?
Yeah, here, let's see here. Yeah, we got to be careful with sharing this link off too much. You know, it's too many. Yeah. There's an invite. It's only going to work for the next few hours here. All right. Yeah. And I think one of our biggest things that we're going to have to sit there and work on just as a group, just getting our scenario runs going again and try to get that going until clans come back up again. We're going to try to get that going again.
Oh, fuck, I need to also do that shit.
Yeah.
Something fucking called like a college bridge shit where I have to like go ahead and do some English and math crap just so I can like fucking like not have to do any like extra classes next year.
That's probably worth it.
Yeah, probably need to get that done though.
How many days do I got left in this? 2 weeks.
I need to
Yeah.
get it done before the 16th of December, so it's like fuck.
Well, yeah, I remember all the strict deadlines in college days. That sucked. I gotta figure out how to give them access to server agreement.
Mm.
And give them this and that. I'll do it. I'll allow you to join the live stream chat if you want, 4J. That should fix that.
My gallery is my own hell.
What?
No, my gallery is my own hell.
Gallery of what?
My photo gallery.
Oh.
A lot of images of not safe for work. But there's on July the 29th, 2021. Can you take a guess on what's right there?
I don't.
Do you remember the Russian Badger video of him playing Halo Reach?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Russian Badger?
Never watched them. Remember, I'm pretty busy, so I don't have too much time to watch stuff. When I do get time, it's normally Zoop and Flamu or Sealer Mountbatten that I get time in for on Camelot 331.
Basically, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah.
4J.
Hi, 4J.
Never seen Russian Badger.
No, I have not.
Basically, he's one of those people who uploads once in 6 months and gets crap ton of views. So yeah.
So what, does he do overly complex animations like Euro?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky duck. Wish I could animate.
I envy have done so much.
Yeah, if I could animate stuff, man, I'd be so much on a different level by now.
He has his own fucking flavor of fucking, was it like, not G Fuel, but fucking gamer subs.
Yeah.
Fucking Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000.
Why?
But is that the actual name?
If it is, that's a funny name. I like
I'm not
PewDiePie.
fucking- that's the actual fucking name of it.
What is it,
That's the name it is.
A powder thing?
It's like a fucking type of powder that you put into your water, but it's
Hmm.
better than fucking drinking monsters all the time.
No, I have to give that a shot then.
Okay, I remember once I watched this video and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make something myself. I went to the kitchen, used the rose syrup and a bit of sugar, and I couldn't sleep for 24 hours.
Yeah. Dang.
Mine started when I was like listening, just in school, like in 10th grade. I was just listening to random people, because I was into anime at the time, and I'm still am into anime. And I was, at the time I was into My Hero, and I just kind of watched like the last episode before like there was nothing after it, so I'm like fucking like, alright, what do I do now? I saw like
Which anime was it?
Boku no Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah, I've heard things about the anime.
So,
Is it like good?
it is. It's fucking heroes and shit, and I fucking love it because it's like powers and shit like that. And then I went ahead. I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but I went ahead and listened to a fan fiction.
You silly. You silly.
It actually wasn't bad. There was nothing really bad in it, and I'm like, this is fine. I mean, it gives me something to listen to, and it has all the fucking characters I like from My Hero. then I listened to more and more, and it just became something I normally fucking read. And then I made my own.
Wow.
And then I made a cursed fucking thing on the internet.
Ah, jeez, Knight.
It's cursed on anything.
Oh, man.
No, I guess.
It's not what you think. It's really horrible.
No,
My
that's
first
sussy.
yes, very, very sussy.
Damn, I've always wanted to write my own damn book and shit, but I haven't been able to get it off the damn ground. I just keep getting writer's block.
Here's my thing. I don't even script my shit. I just kind of like fucking. Let's see where my mind takes me. Let's see where my horny teenage mind takes me through this fucking adventure.
Oh, man, you're funny.
Surprisingly, it can go two ways. It either goes the horny route or what the fuck is going on. It's sad, depressing. It's like, what the shit's going on here? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, you just wait till you have XGFs and they show up in your dreams and shit. It's like, oh, I forgot to have this conversation with them. And it's like, oh my gosh.
I have dreams?
That girl that was bugging me for months has been showing up in my dreams and shit because I never got the chance to talk to her about what the hell actually happened and shit. So it keeps bugging me in my damn dreams. There's nothing I can do about it. So, yeah.
Dude, I've been there so many times. Like, you don't lose them, like, instantly. But
Right.
once it starts coming into your dreams and stuff, it's really messed up, man.
That is fucking messed up. Cause
Yeah, it's like you can't really do anything to get them out of your mind.
exactly.
I feel like the next thing he's gonna say, okay, so you have to go ahead and turn it off and then turn it back on again. Make sure it's correct.
You funny.
I mean, it's kind of what I'm in my head. It's either something very like, well, I did not call up tech support, so.
I once called
This
him.
is your mark from tech support. How can I help?
There it is.
Yeah. I once had some guy from Microsoft keep blowing up my phone because I didn't buy the Excel. He was trying to sell me Microsoft Excel, whatever's over the phone, and I didn't. And I just said no, I'm not interested. And then he kept calling my phone. Yeah.
Man, I don't want to get your Microsoft Excel. I like my Windows 10.
Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program, Knight. It's what most people use when they're in business. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
What?
You know what that means, right? I can fucking make my own type of Microsoft XP.
Oh, XP. Long time since thought about that. Then there was Bonsai Buddy too. Bonsai Buddy caused a lot of problems. It was
Bonsai Buddy would have to get a big rename for a different reason.
Bonsai Buddy, and then there was that paperclip guy too. I remember him all too well.
Bruh, as soon as you said Bonsai Buddy, I just kind of like hoping. Let me see. Let me check. Okay, so we have an American carrier and a British carrier. All right, we're fine.
It was either Bonsai Buddy or Bonsai Buddy. I forget the actual name.
I heard bonsai. I kind of thought, okay, where's the fucking Japanese at on this shit?
Yeah.
Fucking hits the fucking deck and that shit starts exploding.
Yeah.
If you're gonna like just start like getting off of like World of Warships, my best fucking advice is just go for War Thunder. War Thunder is your best option after this.
I haven't.
Kind of better game.
Oh, they pull off more silly antics than Wargaming ever does. You just haven't read about it. Ah, dang it. I remember when. Yeah, my dumbass still has posts on Wargaming Exposed or whatever the hell it's called now. Like an idiot. When I was your age, I was kind of getting a little anti-wargaming and shit, and I kind of lost. You know, it's like, nah.
Generation sucks ass.
Especially when it comes to the dating scene, my friend. Especially when it comes to dating scene. Oh yeah. Too many women just are too easy to put out, you know.
You
And
call them that, or are they called something else now?
I don't know. I mean, you can use that term if you want, but not too much.
As soon as you said women, as soon as you said women, I just think of that woman in my mind. It's like, excuse me, I am not a woman. I am a
Do
man.
not objectify me.
Don't objectify me. Don't sit there and say this or that about me.
Sexist times.
Oh, it's gotten so bad, Knight. It's gotten so bad that if their feelings are hurt, you can get a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
If you're a woman and you get your feelings hurt, you're gonna get a lot of support. If you're
Oh, of course, of course.
That's society, my friend.
Yep, society values people with a uterus over people with a penis, unfortunately. Don't we all know that too well? Oh, shit. Hey, dude, I wish I could have lived out in the 80s, to be quite honest.
I would have been great to fucking be 18 in 1940.
Not 1940, you'd be drafted into World War II.
Hey. Why do you think I said 1940, man?
You should have said 1952.
No. I'm not. I didn't stutter on that shit. Bro. What the fuck you doing?
Oh, because of the 60s. Because of the 60s, right?
Bro, I want to go out there and teabag Nazis.
Oh.
Realistic life goals right there.
You want to fucking kill Jews? I'll teabag you and make sure I go down in history.
All right.
With my nuts on your face.
Okay, you try to talk to Ivan like that and see what he comes up with. See what he says.
Please, I'll fucking go ahead and put my nuts on your face.
Okay. We can't go there. Gotta kind of dial it back a little bit. All right, let's see here. What else we got here?
I like how we talk about World War II. I look down, like, oh well, there's an M4 Sherman.
Yeah, I've been to the Holocaust Museum and I've seen the shoes and I've seen the footage and stuff. But what happened is what happened. It's too much proof to not prove what happened. Fortunately.
Listening to a funny what if about Zuko like going to hell because he killed himself. Don't do it. Don't look for therapist and shit and all that crap right now. YouTube don't. But what happened was he went ahead. He took his friend's advice and did it. He went to hell because killing yourself is a sin. And so down there is pure soul and somewhere that isn't pure. You know Hazard Hotel?
I'm not familiar. I don't look into the paranormal stuff that much, dude.
Oh my god, it's a fucking video on YouTube.
When I was younger, yes, I watched some paranormal stuff and I learned a little bit, but
So what the Has-Been Hotel is, think of in hell a hotel to redeem sinner souls.
I'm guessing this is an anime or a book. Yeah.
It is an animation by Vibs Cop.
Kinda reminds me of Lucifer, if you have seen it.
I haven't. I've.
Fucking Lucifer's daughter. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know. I haven't seen that. I've seen Supernatural. I watched all seasons of Supernatural. That's about as much as I got into it.
Lucifer though. Lucifer is a very good show on Netflix. I like it.
Yeah, maybe in the future. I don't know.
My favorites though by Vibs Cop has to be Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Those two are
Yeah.
gems.
Yeah.
See What else
Wait,
is
did
there?
you mention Breaking Bad?
I have heard of it. I have not watched it.
Let's see, what else is there? I mean, from going back into like what I was saying about the fucking fictions and shit like that, fan fictions, it couldn't. I think I started out anime worst by me being introduced into high school DxD at the start. So I kind of was already at like the bad level of starting out in anime, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
Like as soon as like one of my most like my first fucking what if was what if Deku had a mermaid quirk? Just or what if the siren did? It was because I was listening to a good fucking fiction about it and I wanted to try my own. It did not go well, so I kind of went with my own idea and it went surprisingly well.
Yeah. It happens.
I think I think Landon should still know what this is, but I think he might know it as well. Do you know FNAF at all?
At night, somebody tried to send me something along those lines in a certain manner, and I'm only just now talking to them after 6 months, so there is tolerance. I do tolerate some things, but I do not like things in that category when you get it into a certain way. There's limits.
FNAF?
Certain things with FNAF, yes.
What side of FNAF are we talking about?
Normal FNAF, fine, but when you take it up to an 18 plus level, not fine.
That's fine. Yep, that's the one. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That
I don't.
FNAF.
Hey, I don't go for that. Yeah.
It's called Mia.
Heck,
I don't know why it went well at all. I could not tell you why it went so well.
I don't know.
It's kind of hard to see it, but at the time I did it, and for some reason that shit blew up.
Yeah.
Well, not really blow up, just more of now that I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell do I have this many viewers on a video that is like over like a year old?
I'm sure you do. I'm sure it's a big community, a lot of different facets of it, yeah.
But I think like one of my most favorite ones to do was like Kitsune.
Why do I feel like I've heard that name?
A Kitsune?
Could be some kind of.
Wait, it's Kitsune Fox?
Yeah, it's a nine-tailed
What the hell is Deku? Do I even want to? Do I even want to know what that is?
I remember a website where I saw that name. Yeah. Now I get it.
I'll Wikipedia it. It's better not.
Not Wikipedia, but you get my point.
I'm gonna guess this is some kind of fiction, something. What is Deku? Let's see what we're gonna get here. A superhero and main protagonist in the manga series My Hero Academia carried by what?
The actual Japanese.
A wooden puppet or doll. Interesting. Yeah, you're using the terminology wrong, it looks like.
I forgot how many. It's a lot.
Yeah, I gotta just figure out what I got here. Damn. You don't like how there's certain members of your family that'll sometimes gossip and shit?
Yeah.
I deal with that all the time, and it's like, come on. I don't know. I kind of have a hate for gossipers after what the hell I've been through. Like I literally had this damn woman in the palm of my hand and shit. You know, like I was literally gonna sit there and actually ask her out and shit, and the gossipers fucking ruined it.
Same here.
I hate gossipers. I just
Tired as fuck.
what?
I've been up all day. I'm
We
Like I remember I was like what 17 or something. Had my first crush,
right.
and my own friends were like, "Oh, he's so desperate. He's like he never had someone to love him." And I was like, "Dude, you don't even know my issue."
I'll go off to bed. I'm tired.
All right.
Oh, that's
Also,
Yeah, you know that when they know that you like them early on, then they just reject you or friend zone you and shit. You know, it's kind of like
something sad though.
what?
I can make my predicament right now sad. I'm home alone and I went ahead and bought myself a gingerbread house. You know what I've done?
What?
what.
I went ahead and just took out all the candy, put it inside the pantry, and just started eating that gingerbread house.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there.
It's like, well,
Still, then what happens on my birthday?
hey, you
Like
have
it's
never
always
had a fucking sugar sandwich.
no. I'm talking about every time it's my birthday. I order like half over 1 kg of cake,
Mm.
and no one fucking shows up as usual. So I just end up eating it alone.
Yeah, that's how my graduation party went for high school. I had mostly family show up and only a couple friends. Unfortunately,
Oh, I guess I'll be seeing y'all.
Oh, that's yeah, man.
somebody
Take care.
ping.
Give me a second. I'm get myself some water.
I see. Oof, duh. Oof, duh. Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Ugh. Man, these channels sure do take a lot of work.
Well, I would suggest to get yourself a good intro.
What?
Well, I would suggest you get yourself a intro that you put before
Oh,
we.
I have one. I have one. I just don't play it on the live streams because I don't know how to format it in properly. But it's on the videos. It was a custom one. It was one I had on Fiverr. It was 80, I want to say, if I remember correctly, to get that one done. But you see it whenever you play a main channel video, pretty much. Even with this new channel, I don't like not having a professional, well-made intro done on it, so I'm having one done now. Kind of a thing where I like to have some professional-looking stuff, you know. It's not good if I don't have it looking good. Yeah. I'm not even going to bother with outros until later. Because the outro guy upped his price. He's twice as expensive now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Well, maybe I'll find a new outro guy that isn't going to charge me $40 for an outro. Or maybe I'll just make one.
Seriously?
Yeah, $45 once now instead of the $25 you wanted in the past. Completely outrageous. The one guy was using on Fiverr. Yeah. I think I've been investing heavily into songs for the channel. I don't want to sound the same as the other channels. I want to have my own different sounds and stuff. I really love the songs. I really put a lot of time and effort to get some good ones made. I've got to sort of kick the habit of those. I've ordered a little too many over the time. But yeah. I love music.
Same here, man.
Well, music just...
Like, you know, most of the Gen Z people are like, you know, they listen to mumble rap and all that shit.
Yeah,
But I'm
it's...
more into like, you know, classic music.
Well, classical, the Four Seasons, definitely for me. Spring or winter, either of those two, I think. I forget who did that one, but Four Seasons, I think it was Mozart. I forget what it was. Four Seasons. Somebody did it. Yeah. I think...
Have you heard Hans Zimmer?
Oh, yes. He's good. He's very good.
Yep. He's very good, man. Like, dude, that music helps me focus so much because I often have like ADHD issues. Focusing on stuff.
Oh, yeah. Lived with that all my life, man. I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah, like, you know, one second you are paying attention at the teacher who's teaching stuff.
Yeah.
And the other second you just wander away.
Yeah, exactly. 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 Yeah. Sometimes people describe me as a person with too high of a moral compass, dude. Like, if I see something, I'm going to say something. I don't like seeing bad stuff go on. You know, this whole debacle with work really got me good. The girl kept tricking my ass. I was fooled, man. I was tricked. I was tricked. Said she liked me, and then I go and get her damn lunch one day, and she completely turns a 180 on me. It's like, what the hell?
180 as in, what did she do?
Oh, like acting like she liked me and shit. The day before, she's all happy and shit when I got her lunch and shit. And then the next day after, she turns into a total bitch. It's like, come on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something.
Oh yeah, there's women like that.
Yeah.
They just love.
Like, remember when I said people were back bitching about me? When
Yeah.
I got my first?
Right.
Basically, before that happened, there was this the girl. She was
Right.
really kind to me, really nice to me. And
Right.
you know how teenage brain is like, you get easily influenced and stuff.
Right.
So I felt special and stuff, and then I get a screenshot from my friend on WhatsApp, from WhatsApp. Like, you know, he was trying to set me up with the girl, basically.
Right.
So the girl was instantly like, mood lifters should go lift weights or something.
Right.
Like, you know, it was like really shocking to me because it was like a completely different person.
Wow.
And they are not lying when they say perception is often deceiving.
Right. That must have been hard. So they're basically trying to impersonate the girl pretty much, and they tricked you, right?
No, basically they were harassing me because
Yeah.
it was because I fell in love for someone.
Right.
Online. And because I was like, you know, one of those people who were mostly lonely,
Right.
your lives.
Right.
Like, you know, getting friends and just seeing them, like, you know, kind of
Right.
right. And stuff.
Yeah.
It's really heartbreaking.
Oh, I've been through that a lot. This girl was really into me at first, and then she just kind of, people kept knocking on my name and shit just because I wasn't an extrovert or whatever, and they kept knocking on my name to her and shit, you know. Heard them too as I was leaving one day, yeah.
That is something I don't understand, man. Like, even though I have like 2 years in psychology, I still don't
Right.
understand what's with extroverts and introverts, man. Like, it's like extroverts don't like giving introverts their personal space for some reason.
Right. I always gave this girl her personal space and shit, man. It's just that people kept
And
sitting
not
there.
to mention, even after you give them the space they need, they will probably fall for a playboy.
Right, and they end up sitting there and walking away from everything anyway. And it's just like, what the?
Exactly, man.
Yeah, you damn give them their space and shit. You treat them like good and shit, and they still can cause you a bunch of grief. It's just sad, you know. It's like
Yep.
it's crazy. She liked me at first and shit, right? Then people start knocking on my name and shit, you know. And I sit there and try to warn her about some guy trying to do her and shit, right? And she didn't get my hint and shit, and she just kept believing the people around her, you know, like all that shit. And eventually, she turned completely against my ass. It sucked. I loved her. I really did.
It kind of reminded me of this girl. Like,
Right.
after the first crush, I had a second one.
Right.
So, it was like, pretty good and stuff. Then,
Right.
I hear, like, she tells me that she's in love with this guy who is American, 12,000 kilometers away from her.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And she was like, I really like her, I want to be, like him, I want to be with him someday. And I was like, okay. Everything is like, settled for me because I was like, I had a crush on her.
Right.
And then, after like a month or two of me being in constant pain, I get the news that she gets in a relationship with the guy who's 12,000 kilometers away from her, just to break up in 2 days for some reason.
Man, that had to be rough.
Yep.
Just imagine, for me, it was trying to tell everybody, hey, this guy's bad news and shit, you know, and people believe me at first and shit, and then eventually the girl thinking that guy's still hot shit, you know, turns everybody against my ass and shit, and I eventually get kind of forced out of the company and shit. It sucked. I didn't give a shit. I lost my job and I lost my heart. And I'm still hurting and shit.
Yeah, I'm still hurting with because of the person.
Oh yeah.
Like, of course you can always put up this persona kind of thing in front of the
Right.
society.
Right.
But when you're alone at home, when
Yeah.
you don't have anybody for you just, that's it gets you, man.
Oh, it fucking does. And you fucking want to drink the pain away sometimes, or you just want to.
Yeah.
You just want to sit there and just go to sleep and shit and not want to do shit. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I mentioned Starscream Transformers Armada earlier, because I feel like I was like Starscream, the girl was like Galvatron and shit, and the other guy was like Optimus and shit, you know? It's like, then Unicron was like the company and shit, and then, you know, yeah. I have this weird quirk where I can attract women to me and shit, but then eventually, because I'm an extrovert enough or whatever and some shit, they always end up walking away and shit. It's so annoying. You can attract them to you, but then they fucking walk away from you and shit. It's like, come on.
That happens to me like a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like like girls fall for my accent and all that stuff, and I fall for them eventually because, well, I'm a human at the end of the day.
Right.
And then they just eventually just either friends on me or they are like they
Right.
can't make up their mind.
Right.
They want to be in a relationship.
Right. They play that wishy-washy game where they want you and they don't want you. Like,
Yeah, exactly, my point.
This girl was laughing at my jokes and shit. Like, we're like not even a month before she started going against my ass. She was laughing because the printer fucking messed up and shit. We were just laughing and having a good time and shit, and our hands almost touched and shit. You know? And then people had to get involved in shit and put words in my mouth that I didn't fucking say. I mean, it's like, come on. The hardest part about it is her name is like the other word for fate. You know the other word you'd use instead of fate? Pretty much. So it's like, whenever I see someone similar to her and shit, or I hear that word that's similar to fate and shit, I'm like, I just freeze up. It's like, come on. I already lost it all, you know? It's like, lost nearly everything. I still have a place to stay and shit, but still.
Yeah, like the first time I was
Right.
Blaze, like online name, of course. So
Right.
every time I see anything like close to that word, I kind of just freeze up.
Oh yeah, man. I get you. Oh, I get you, man. I get you completely. Yeah. She would send me these long text messages, man, and shit. Even with the exclamation points and shit, she was interested in my ass before, and then things just kind of went south and shit. Pretty much discovered that there was past abuse and shit. So that's probably why that's kind of why when she probably heard the rumors and shit, it kind of caused a lot of issues. So the hardest part is just trying to move on from it all and trying to forget the pains there some days, you know?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know I would have taken care of her damn good and shit, you know? I would have spoiled the shit out of her. You know? I'm sure you would have done the same for your... Right.
That's the thing, right? Girls don't really think from their mind. They're always like, using their heart.
Using their heart and shit, yeah, all the time and shit, you know? It's like, come on. That's why throughout history, guys were traditionally the leaders and not the woman, because the guys could get stuff done, you know? They had that executive function where they can be like, hey, this isn't the best thing to do, yada, yada.
Yeah, like they can keep their emotions aside and stuff.
Yeah, and focus on what needed to be done and not let emotions cloud their judgment and shit, you know? And nowadays, it's push women this, women that, you know, and they don't always make the best decisions. Sometimes they make some smart decisions, but not always, you know? It's like, come on.
Yeah, like I have no issues with like woman equality and stuff, but when it dips towards the feminism side,
Oh, yeah.
it is painful.
It is painful. Like, they're losing their minds and shit. Like, if a woman doesn't like you and shit, they can just walk into HR and shit and just cause you a bunch of grief, and it's just ridiculous. It's like, gotten to the point now where somebody's feelings are hurt and shit. They can run into HR and they cause you a bunch of grief and shit. It's ridiculous. At least here in the US, it's gotten to that point. It's ridiculous. I don't even think I'll find somebody. I'm thinking I might have to go overseas to find somebody decent. Everybody I keep running into, you know. Yeah, everybody I keep running into is nuts.
That's what I've been thinking, like, I was thinking of moving to the US for my higher studies, but then I realized all the stuff that happens in the US.
Hey,
If you
out
really get what I mean.
the shootings and shit. Yeah, I mean, shit. I worked for Walmart once, and seeing that shooting, I was just like, wow, that could have happened to my ass anyway if I had stayed in that. Yeah, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, there was a whole SWAT team in the movie theater, like within last week Sunday. In the movie theater, all of a sudden SWAT team comes in there. They get their assault rifles and shit, and they're going to the Black Panther movie. I was just like, what the, right? And nobody knew what the hell was going on. Sitting there for 30 minutes. They're just sitting there patrolling by the door and shit with their M16s and shit. I'm just like, what the hell? Eventually figure out there was a fight in the Black Panther movie, and I'm just like, what the hell? Eventually they get that cleared out within 45 minutes and shit, but I go into my movie theater and it's all trashed and shit. Right? And I can't, for the love of God, I can't figure out why the hell they were fighting over Black Panther. I don't get it. There wasn't anything controversial in it. The only thing you could probably, probably the
Yeah,
black.
I don't get it, man. Like nowadays people have the like what do you call it again? Trigger point or something?
Bias. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah, they get triggered easier than a goddamn 13-year-old man. Like I don't get it what's it.
Yeah, they act like 12-year-old. They act like 12-year-old women, 12-year-old girls who have never experienced life. So a lot of that's what they're turning men into in this country, and it's ridiculous. There's like hardly any men that are of moral character still, unless you go into the far reaches and the boonies and shit. So many men losing their way and shit and becoming weaklings. It's ridiculous to see. Like my roommate saw what the hell was going on and shit, and he didn't do shit. You know? That's just ridiculous. Yeah. Basically, with the U.S. in particular, the politicians set us up so that we're always fighting each other so that we never really focus on them and get shit actually done and vote competent people in office. Yeah.
It's pretty similar here too in India.
Yeah.
Like there are always like there's always the right wing, the left wing, like
Oh
they
yeah.
fight each other
Oh yeah.
every fucking day.
Every fucking day, man. Every fucking day.
And me, a 19-year-old student, I'm like, okay, can't do anything about it. Got to live with it.
Yeah, I'm 25, man, so I've been through some of life, but still I'm not quite there yet myself. But yeah, I know it all too well and shit, man. I don't ever get a break. It seems like every damn year there's always some stupid crap going on. Seems that I don't get a break worth a damn. Because I try to help others and shit, and sometimes just don't go right. This girl and shit, I really liked her. I liked her a lot. And she pulls this crap. Yeah, I had violence threatened on my ass too, man. And I tried telling my roommate about that shit, and he don't fucking believe me. Oh yeah, on me, yeah. And I witnessed this guy making violent threats on other people. That's why I sat there and went to my company's HR department and told him about this guy's intentions with the girl. Of course, the girl's too blind to see what his true intentions are and shit, and she's acting stupid. So, yeah. I just lost it all, man. Yeah.
Well, speaking of threats, that reminded me of the only cousin brother I cared about, like the only sibling I cared about.
Right.
Like he's basically one of those Instagram model people.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they are, like they pretend to be someone else.
Right.
Like everything was going good. And then he, his narcissism side kicks in, starts disrespecting his mother and stuff. So
Right.
I finally raised my voice and he instantly starts giving me that threats and stuff.
Yeah.
Goes to the point of saying, I will kill your dog and stuff, which is just messed up.
Very messed up. Animals are sacred. I don't care what anybody says. They lay hands on an animal, I'm going to get into their business.
I know that.
Oh, yeah. I love dogs. Cats, too. It's just ridiculous the amount of stuff that happens. Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for my dog, I wouldn't be alive right now.
Yeah, we guys need some.
Yeah.
We all need some.
That's the thing about society nowadays. You gotta have someone as a backup, someone to be there for you.
Right.
Girls are really uncertain nowadays.
Oh yeah, they can never make up their mind. They can be all blushy and stuff and really laugh at your jokes and shit, then instantly turn on a dime once they see somebody who makes a higher income than you. Despite the fact that you went out of the way to look out for them. Yeah. It's a really hard time to live in these days, and you don't know what the hell's going to go on with Russia and shit. Like, it's just nuts. Yeah. A lot of Indians did make up a majority of this channel's viewers for a long time, actually, because I used to do Temple Run 2 content back in the day. I just kind of got tired of it, so I just backed off from that and went into ships. You know, but
I see.
oh yeah, there's a ton of Temple Run videos on here. Most of the viewers from India. I'd say about 80% from India. Yeah.
Temple Run?
It's Temple Run 2, yep, yep, yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Very
those days were good.
oh
I
yeah.
still remember those days, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was
When you're a kid, you get introduced to the technology and you're like,
right. You don't have responsibility. You can just sit there and relax and
wow.
just play your games and not have to worry about bills and shit. Yeah. I miss not having to worry about bills. That's what I'm wasting half my time with these days is what bill do I have to pay next? You know? It's just crazy. Yeah. You guys must be on edge over there because of Russia, I'd imagine, huh?
Yeah.
I imagine so. I know that over here in the US, some of us are on edge over Russia. And it's just
Like,
crazy.
just because we like, took oil from Russia, it wasn't even like a lot.
Right.
The UN jumps the gun on us, the American consultant, I guess. The
Right.
woman jumps the gun on us, and our what was it again? I think resources minister. He simply replied with, India needs 10% of what you guys need for a year.
Jeez.
And that was cute. It was so sad. That woman just stopped talking.
Yeah. All they care about, they already got their little secret bunkers and hidey holes they're going to go to if all hell breaks loose. Let's not even kid about that.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I think they made the movie 2012 for that very reason to show that, hey, the higher people probably don't care about you, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Like even there's a series, Love, Deaths and Robots. You might have heard of it.
Maybe.
It's basically an animated series, and the very first episode shows you like how humanity has fallen, and the rich people have left the earth, letting the poor people die basically. And there was even this explicit thing where
Right.
there is like this fence kind of multiple fences, and there's this spaces for rich people, and there were flamethrowers to kill the poor people who were trying to climb the fences.
Wow.
Pretty deep shit.
Yeah, I can believe it. All this chaos, right?
Yep, and after all that, the end of the episode is like it's Mars. The character opens its spacesuit, like the glass thing on your head,
Right.
and it's a cat, and that cat says, "Who did you expect, Elon Musk?"
Ha. Elon Musk.
Like, dude, I was watching it in my film school, and dude, the whole class was still laughing because of the Elon Musk thing.
I can imagine so. He's built himself a couple of good companies over the time.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I just wish we had some of the benefits that Europe gets to enjoy when it comes to time off and stuff. We don't really get those benefits over here in America. They expect us to work, and never any time off. It's just crazy. The bills are so high. Go ahead.
Yeah, same kind of same here in India, man. Like we already had a pretty messed up tax system. Like if I'm not wrong, it's like 10% income tax. And
Wow.
then this guy Narendra Modi comes around. You might have heard of him,
I've heard of him once
the Prime
before.
Minister. Yeah. He comes around and adds another tax, GST, 8% even more on income,
Wow.
18% on luxury. basically. Like, if you're buying the GPU in USA, it will be cheaper, like, 18% cause of the GST thing, cause it's considered luxury, apparently.
Wow.
And not to mention, there will be also 50% import tax,
Jeez.
which is kind of broken. And when you're buying the car in India, like, even if it's a Tesla, you will have to pay 150% import taxes.
Jeez. That's crazy. Rich getting richer while the poor get poorer, it seems, every day.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I heard about there being some riots in the Foxconn factory in China, for instance. They're getting tired of the bad wages and stuff. I've read about the factories over there. It's heartbreaking. It's like there's nothing you can do about it.
Not to
Bang.
mention, they also have real estate fallout happening. Like, there are millions of homes just empty because people just can't afford them because of the
Wow.
economy.
Yeah, I can believe it. I can't even afford a home if I wanted to.
Yeah,
I'd
man,
ha-
same here. It's been like 3 years. Me and my single mother have been moved. Like, we just have to jump from one rent house to another. We can't even buy our own house because of the
yeah.
real estate
Yeah,
prices
I
nowadays.
heard something about a caste system. I'm not sure if you guys still have that over there, but I heard that was brutal
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it's just stupid at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, something
Like,
about.
if you think about it, yeah, like, basically, in a nutshell, there is OBC and BC, which is other backward classes and backward
Right.
classes, and they get like 35%, 40% reservation on seats, job offers, and all that stuff. So
Right.
basically, even if you have a degree, even if you are qualified as fuck, there will probably be a OBC guy who is probably richer than you, who will get the job, even though you are more qualified.
Right. Yeah, and that kind of leads to the younger people getting involved in the call centers and stuff in Calcutta, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it. I've heard a thing or two about those. It's got to be hard just trying to find a job over there because there's a lot of population density. What isn't India like the fastest growing population behind China? From what I remember.
Yeah, it's second, I believe.
Yeah.
That's just cause of the lack of the education system. Basically, the British made the education system, right?
Right.
So in place of teaching, like, reproductive health and all that stuff,
Right.
they usually just, teach us scattered knowledge, and then they teach us about reproductive health and stuff at 11th or 12th standard, which is high school.
Right.
Till then, most of the peoples don't even have money to pursue the education, so most of them don't learn anything about reproductive health
Right.
and population control.
Oh yeah. Because if people are educated, then they know not to have so many kids. They're more,
Yeah, man.
and there's less STIs going around if people know how to take care of that part of themselves. It's
Hmm.
crazy. I mean, I didn't even know much about menstruation until I was like 24, 23. Had to look that stuff up even to figure out the basics on it. But women have to deal with a lot on that side of shit. That's why I don't make jokes
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
the thing.
Yeah, they're always, yeah, crazy.
That's kind of one of my core values actually. Like, there's this there was this great king called Shivaji Maharaj.
Yeah,
Basically, he he was the one who, started the whole freedom revolution in India back in the 1700s.
wow.
Basically, the current democratic system that most of the countries use was inspired from his Swarajya, which means self-rule.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, and even he had the rules that doesn't matter how bad the war is, you will not hit any woman or kids or old people.
Right. Yeah, I would
Like
never.
even
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, like even now, like recently, the Indian Navy got a new flag with Shivaji Maharaja's face on it. Oh, sorry, not face, naval seal, basically manuscript, because he was the one who started the navy in India, and basically,
Wow.
it's pretty interesting. He hired bunch of Portuguese because at that time they were trying to invade India, right, for spices and stuff.
Right.
And he was like, "I'll give you spices, you make ships for me." And he very well knew that the Portuguese will only make like few ships because they don't want to give the advantage to India. So what
Right.
Shivaji Maharaj did was he sent his generals and stuff to spy on the ship makers. And at the starting, he had like four ships, which slowly evolved into a whole fleet of 100 ships,
Wow.
with his own commanders making the ships, not the Portuguese.
Wow.
Yep.
I believe it. I think that a lot of history kind of is written by the people who sit there and are in power and stuff. I believe there's a lot that we don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
even the education system right now, like
Right.
even in India, they only teach like the history and stuff that the British wrote back in the 1950s, 40s, the education system. That's still
Right.
very much valid nowadays for some reason. It's like we didn't even need.
Right.
So most of the people don't even know what, the history of India. They don't even know what their culture is. Most of the Gen Z people in India just get influenced by the Western world and forget their roots.
Exactly.
Like I don't have problems if you modernize, urbanize. That's fine. But
Right.
it's always good to stick to your roots.
Stick
At
to your
least
roots.
initially.
Yeah. That's why I like this. Go ahead.
Because that's life.
Right.
You keep changing, you learn new stuff. But if you don't have your connection to roots, you will probably lose yourself in the grind.
Right. Yeah, my cousin's a history teacher and stuff, so I value highly what he does. And I tell him, hey, you got to tell him the stories on the morals and stuff. Because we have a whole category of literature here in the U.S. that was written during the 1910s and 1920s called modernist literature. Not sure what they would call it over there, but it's famous books like The Great Gatsby, The Sun Also Rises, written by the Fitzgerald guy and Ernest Hemingway. Really good books,
But
and each.
we have nothing like that in our school system because of we still following the British thing. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
agree.
I'm just saying The Great Gatsby is one of America's classic novels. It basically tells the story of a man who wants to get this woman Daisy back from this cheating husband, Tom Buchanan and shit, and he tries to do the best he can to get the woman back. He hosts parties in his big mansion and shit because he's a bootlegger on the side when he's not in the mansion and shit. Eventually, he finds out that a cousin's visiting and living nearby and gets the cousin to basically get her to come on by. They rekindle the romance for a while, and then the cheating husband basically convinces the woman to come back to him because the woman actually runs over his prostitute and shit. It's a crazy it's a crazy ass novel, but it still holds up even today. And Fitzgerald, the author of that, was actually out of Minnesota. He was actually born in Minnesota in St. Paul. He was it was Scott Fitzgerald, I want to say, and he had a hard life and stuff. His own wife Zelda was on and off with him and stuff, not trusting him completely because this was after
Hmm.
World War One and stuff, So it was just they had a rocky relationship, and saddest part is,
So
yeah,
if I'm not wrong, his relationship with his wife inspired him to make a Great Gatsby.
yeah, yeah, because their on and off relationship, yeah, it did
Hmm.
inspire him to make it. Saddest part is he ends up passing away sometime before World War II starts, and then Great Gatsby takes off again amongst World War II veterans. because they're able to relate to it really well. You know, and then it's a staple in every American high school. If it's not that, then it's Lord of the Flies, which is a whole entirely different book in itself. That one's kind of like the whole premise of Lord of the Flies is a bunch of boys become stranded on an island and they try to decide who's leader and crap, and then a bunch of them end up passing away because they don't know what to do. Eventually, it's down to like the crazy boy and the leader boy, and they kind of go at it with each other. It's a crazy novel, but
What's the name again?
of the love book, that's the Great Gatsby. Of the book where the boys get
Yeah, what was the name?
Lord of the Flies, that's the one where the boys get stranded on the island and they slowly lose their sanity.
Oh yeah. I think I've yeah, they showed us that, I believe, in the film school lecture
Right.
to teach us about script writing and stuff.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies definitely up there for that. Definitely one of the more influential books of the last 100 years or so. I think what's sad these days is that most of the literature written is about LBGTQIA or trans. It's not really about teaching morals anymore. You know? Yeah. It's just
That's the thing, like the Gen Z people, like they have so much information. Like I'm a Gen
yes.
Z too, don't get me wrong, but
Oh, I am too. I am too. My year's the start of it.
yeah, like yes, I get. I am a Gen Z, but I was brought up by basically boomers. I forgot the acronym for that word. What was it again?
Traditional ways, maybe.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah,
So I was
Christian
brought
morals.
up by boomers, so yeah, I kind of have the. If I'm not wrong, I had the mental age of a 38-year-old according to a taste.
Oh, you're saying you're brought up by boomers? Yeah, was brought up by Gen Xers, pretty much myself. So they were,
I see.
yeah, I mean, when they were really young and stuff, so they really had to sacrifice a lot. I was the firstborn, pretty much, so I got to see some of it firsthand, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of my morals from my grandparents and my aunts and my father. You know,
Yeah,
my
same here, man. Same here.
yeah. It's like most
Like,
men these days don't have the moral fiber to fight back or to stand up for what's right anymore.
yeah, true that, man. Like, my single mother used to work a nine to
Right.
five, and my
Wow.
grandma and my schizophrenic aunt, late schizophrenic aunt, like
Oh yeah.
basically they both brought me up, raised me,
Wow.
but that came with a cost because I got bipolar disorder,
Hmm.
because schizophrenia like diseases often affect people around them.
Yeah, I believe it. I live with a schizophrenic as a client, so I'm familiar with how they act, and that's kind of the guy that was causing me problems at work. He was a schizophrenic too, and people didn't. And the worst part was he didn't take meds for it, but my guy did. I took care of him for a good year and a half. Watched him lose his mind. Used to be sane. He would hear sometimes voices, but he had it under control. Changed his meds. He slowly lost his mind. Slowly
I
became
see.
cadet in space. He thought that aliens were real and shit. You know, he thought that he saw them and shit, and he wanted to turn around for billboards and stuff, and it was heartbreaking to watch. He was like a brother to me.
Wait,
But
so basically, because he got the wrong meds, he started hallucinating and stuff.
oh yeah,
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 that's
all the time, man. Yeah, it was hard to
that's
watch.
sad.
He ended up sitting there and carving "FU" in the door, and he wanted to try to threaten violence on me and stuff. And I barricaded myself in my room, scared for my life and shit. Last New Year's Eve, not even joking, man. Company, I go in the next day to talk to the company, and they didn't want to do shit. They didn't care. I had to go to counseling for months on that. There's
Even
nobody.
even the
Yeah.
HR didn't give a shit.
Oh, they didn't give a shit at all. They said, oh well. They said, oh well. And they wanted to sit there and have me stay on that job for another 2 months. And my buddy or whatever helped me out of that. Thankfully, we found a loophole in the contract and got out of that shit. But shit, was it stressful? There's ambulances and cop cars every day there because it was a place that was full of mentally disabled people. And I was lucky to keep my sanity. So I pretty much learned how to parent a teenager out of it because the guy acted like a teenager all the time, did not have any control of his money whatsoever. Oh, yeah. And it's fun when you have to pay the utilities, man. It's so much fun. Because you want to use that money for something else. Yeah. Yeah.
But not gonna lie, I don't understand why mental health care is like, so expensive. Like even in India, it's like, if I'm not wrong, it's like 40 bucks for an hour.
Oh, that's cheaper compared to here. Here they're going to charge you like 60. They're charge out. They're going to charge a ton because they know that everybody's affected with some. My theory is that there's the chemicals in the food are causing more mental disorders in people because the genetic code's getting damaged by all those chemicals in the foods. That's what I'm thinking. I think.
Because basically Shivaji Maharaj, like when he was planning to take down this 7 foot tall guy,
Right.
Khan. So basically, what his strategy was, he sent these people, spies in disguise, and
Right.
he fed that guy, fed the enemy spicy food for like 15 days, so that
Wow.
they have acidity and stuff, acidity reflux and stuff. Because
Right.
when you have acidity reflux, your mind kinda has issues focusing and stuff, has issues problem solving.
Right.
That's the thing, right? Like your food really affects how you think and stuff.
Right. Yeah, there's even studies coming out now. The major news networks are saying, "Oh, the people are getting cancer at younger ages, yada yada yada." And I'm just like, look, I just remember reading the book called Sugar, Salt, and Fat. Literally, that was the title of it. And they're saying, "Oh, food industry did this, this, and this," and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh." They take advantage of the Mexican children, and they have them test out the new Coca-Cola products, for instance. And it's just downright cruel. Sure, free soda for the kids, but what's going to happen with their development? You know? Yeah.
Not to mention, soda also has some elements of cocaine, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
There is this, I forgot the name of that.
Opioids, maybe. Hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the early
That
ones.
has elements in it,
Right.
and that's the reason why it kind of like gets addictive.
Yeah, it's the salt. It's the salt. They make it so that the salt that you crave the salt in the soda.
Yep.
Swear that's what it is. It's the salt.
Yep. And not to mention most top brands like McDonald's, KFC, they know
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
what they are doing, but they are like, fuck it, as long as we are getting customers, it's fine. Who cares?
Yeah. They don't care. It's all about profit, profit, profit. Don't matter if Americans are getting fatter by the year and we're losing our ability to self-sustain.
It's kind of same here in India too, man. There's a lot of people doesn't matter what time you go, go to a local McDonald's here, there will be always like 10, 50 people. And I don't have issues that they are eating at the McDonald's, but they just they just don't care, don't give a fuck about the local food companies,
Right.
which are like way underrated, but do have quality food
Right.
and healthier food actually, if you think about it.
Right. Yeah, it's just crazy. I try to get some stuff that's more local when I can. I've got to stop going out to eat myself so much. It's just the convenience, I think, that what gets me, because I'm out there delivering food half the time if I'm not working my job. It's crazy how much people order. Half the time they're ordering from Asian restaurants over where I'm at. Half the time it's some curry or some other dish. There's an obsession over orange chicken for some reason over here in the U.S. I don't get it. It's just like
Orange chicken?
orange chicken. It's like, okay, orange chicken is orange chicken. Why don't you order a curry? Because that's different.
You mean chicken masala?
Yeah, pretty much. They're ordering stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like chicken's.
Yeah, but actually the thing is, the Indian food here, like the authentic one, and
Right.
the one they sell in foreign countries, it's nothing at all same.
Right.
Like the ones that they, the spice and stuff, the memes that people hear that their ass has a bad time after eating Indian food. That's because
Right.
most of the foreign countries exaggerate the spice in Indian food.
Wow.
Like if you come here in India, most of the times it's not even that spicy.
Wow.
Most of the times it is like hot because of garlic and stuff. That's it.
Yeah. I believe it. It's crazy the amount of stuff that it gets Americanized and it doesn't even taste like how it should. It's just nuts.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So it's all about commercialization. Man.
Oh yeah, that's why I like to go to those food trucks because they have something like the Hispanics, they have this thing called the torta. It's like a giant Subway sandwich. It's got the giant bread, it's got a spread of avocado, it's got tomatoes, and it's got like a pulled pork or pulled chicken on the inside of it. And they spiced it up a little bit.
Tortilla.
No, torta.
Torta?
Torta, yeah, it's completely different.
Like
Like a loaded sandwich. Like think of something that's loaded like a hamburger or whatever, but instead it's loaded like it's a giant Subway sandwich. It's got tons of avocado in it. It's got tons of avocado spread. It's got diced tomatoes. Sometimes they dice up some onions in it. And they put a ton of steak or pulled chicken or pulled pork. Those things are super. Sometimes jalapenos. Oh yeah. They're super delicious. I always go to the food trucks just for that because it's so delicious and it fills you up every time, man. That's just crazy.
I know, right?
And then you get the apple soda on top of that, and you're just like, wow. Yeah.
Like not gonna lie, man. Doesn't matter how you are. Doesn't matter if you're order for spice. The feeling that you get when you eat street, seeing the food getting made in front of you.
Right.
It's amazing.
Seeing it get made right and by hand versus just putting it in a fryer, it's so much different. Man, I just remember like going fishing up in Canada a couple years ago. We called this place Lake of the Woods. Tons of tiny islands. North Minnesota. It's like on that little tip of Minnesota. And you just go up there and you can have you get a nice guide or whatever. You go up there, get a bunch of fried fish, man. They call them walleye. Super good. They cook them over like a fire pit. They cook them, they mix them with the seasoning, and it comes out super good. There's nothing that beats cooking the fish over the fire and stuff, having it nice and fried.
Is it barbecue?
Yeah, they kind of like barbecue the fish. They use like a bread mix, and they kind of cook it slowly into the fish and roll it around. And it's super good. Yeah.
Reminded me of something my late grandma used to make.
Right.
Used to collect this coconut cells and stuff,
Right.
dye them, and then she used to light them on fire on a pot, and fish over it.
Wow.
Like that taste that you feel in the face of cocoa and stuff. It's just
Right. Oh, it is super good, man. Jeez. Yeah. I even thought about starting a darn cooking channel at one point in time, and I was having a buddy that I was going to do it with, but then he kind of backed out on me because he got convinced by that girl, whatever, that I was bad news, and then he stopped contacting me and stuff because she was convinced by other people I was bad news. And the
That's the
set.
thing, right? The people you trust are usually the people who backstab you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They all looked up to me too. You know, I was nice. I bought them chicken wings. You know, one time, bought them pizza another time, and they completely forgot that. They wanted to believe all the gossip and negativity about me instead of the actual me, and it's just like, okay. Yeah, I was just
Like
kind of
even with remember I'm talking about those friends that
right,
backstabbed them
right,
when I had the first course.
right,
Yeah, those were like one of those people. There was this guy. So like 2 months before backstabbing me, he was the one quote unquote helping me while I was having a panic attack while I was having suicidal thoughts and stuff.
right,
And then then the same fucking guy, 2 months later, starts harassing me in the chat just because I like helping people because of my psychology background.
right.
Like calling me out in front of everyone, saying like, fix your own problems before fixing others' problems,
Right.
without knowing what I'm going through.
Right. Yeah,
Like
I
it's always heartbreaking when something like that comes from someone you think is close.
yeah, someone you trust and then they sit there and stab you back. Yeah, that sucks.
Yep, and then they just slap you back to reality.
Oh yeah. I've been in shock for a good month and I'm still in shock over all that's happened because what I thought would have happened would have been that girl would have saw common sense and realized, hey, this guy's onto something. He wouldn't drop numerous hints about this and this unless something went down. And when I was so close, man, to telling her what happened and shit, and she shut me down and said, "Oh, don't keep that in the past." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "What?" Then the next thing I know, I say something to two ladies. Whatever I say, she didn't listen to me. Yada yada yada. And then they go run to HR. My ass got a bunch of shit. It's just like, really?
Yeah, the girls are complicated, man.
Yeah, they are. It
Like
seemed
remember I told you about that girl who fell in love with the American guy.
right,
Even after after the breakup and like before getting in a relationship with that guy,
right,
I asked her out like twice on different occasions, and she was just like, I like the American guy, I like the American guy. Then she has the breakup thing, stops talking to the American guy, becomes complete strangers with them, and now she's talking to me again after like a year, and now she's
wow,
getting attached to me, and I'm like, at this point, I don't even know what to do. Like, cause first of all, she has philophobia, which is fear of love,
right.
and I myself, I have that, thanks to a shit I've went to.
Yeah, I had I had a girl nearly ruin my life and nearly caused me to fall in with a coma, man, because she kept harassing the shit out of me. All because I caught them breaking the rules and shit, not working, not doing the job and shit. I ended up drinking too much one night and almost ended up falling in coma. And ever since then, I've been a little on edge when it comes to dealing with women because I don't know if I'm going to end up in the same circumstance again and shit, you know?
Yeah, that's the society, man. Like, a man raises her issue, he will probably just get surprised and stuff. A
Oh,
woman
yeah.
raises her issue, it becomes paper headlines.
Right. I just love how my father just says, "Oh, don't talk about your sister's boyfriend," blah blah blah. And I'm just like, why is she dating when she ain't even 16 yet? It's like, come on.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit, man. Like, even like I see people 14 years old, 15 years old getting relationships and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you are literally going through puberty and stuff. You don't even know what real love looks like. You don't know about how complex relationships can get.
Exactly. You love them when you can just when it hurts so bad just to let them go and shit. You love them when you give them patience and you try to forgive them and shit. And you're the first one to sit there and go in there and say, I'm sorry if you're feeling this way, yada yada yada. You know, this love's patient and kindness. It's not selfish. It's selfless. You know?
Exactly, and that's something people usually understand after they are like 18 years old, once they're done with puberty.
Right.
But I see these kids falling in love and stuff, relationship just for like, I don't know, 1 or 2 months, just to get heartbroken. I just don't understand, man. It just feels dumb. You're
I
better
don't.
off working on yourself till you're
Right.
18 years old.
I've been single for many years now. I thought I was going to be able to hit it off with this girl because we talked decently and we got along well, but then all that shit happened and it basically fell apart because the gossipers putting words in my mouth I didn't say. You know what? It's like, come on. So I'm kind of just in between now, trying to figure out what I'm doing next. You know, I'm just trying to work on me and stuff. And
Yeah, pretty much same here, man.
oh yeah, yeah, because the women just that's draining. Like my personality type, man, like I stand strong for morals and stuff, and the emotional stuff just is a sapper. It's just like, whoa.
True here, man.
Oh yeah.
Like morals and stuff nowadays, it's like people don't give a fuck about that. People just want to hook up and stuff.
They just want to have sex and shit. It's just like, come on.
Yeah,
What's the point of temporary pleasure that lasts you maybe 5 or 10 minutes at most? If it causes you a lifetime of pain because you have a child that you didn't want to have, you know, it's like, come on.
yeah.
Yeah. It's why I am super careful about the situations I get into with women. I try to keep my distance and shit. You know?
Yeah, same here with me nowadays too, man. Like,
Yeah.
for the things I've been through, every time, I realize a girl is falling for me or I am falling for her, I just, tell my mind to, not fall easily.
Right.
Because, once you fall in love, your heart goes on a mending spree.
Right.
You start thinking logically and stuff.
Yeah, and then you're like you want them around you all the time and shit. You know, you wish that they were there
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. Yeah, it's
And most of the times, instantly, the girl is like, oh, this guy is becoming a attention seeker and all that stuff.
oh, this guy's getting too attached to me. He's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this, and they think the worst of you and shit. It's just like, come on. You know, it's like you liked me once, and then you turn around, and treat me like I'm a used dildo or some shit. You know, I literally wrote that in a comment on Quora, and it got deleted real fast by the moderation and shit because you just know, like, it's the women these days. Some of them treat you like you're like a used tampon, used dildo or some shit. It's just like, come on, you know?
Yeah, that kind of happens with me all the time. Every time I have a curse, most of the times they're good and stuff. Then they stop replying for a whole month, 2 months, or some shit like that.
Right,
Like it's like they just want me for their temporary serotonin boost or something.
right. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like women want equality and shit, right? But as soon as they get in trouble and shit, they just get talked to. If a guy gets in trouble, we're yelled at sometimes, or we're demoted, or we get slapped with a warning and shit. It's just ridiculous.
Or we get people hitting us.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just like what you want equality, but you don't see where guys are losing out all the time. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister's
That
getting.
reminds me. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my sister got pampered all the time growing up, you know, and stuff. I never got pampered. I got yelled at. I got spanked.
Dude, I can relate to that, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
same with my cousin sisters. They were getting pampered so much during their childhood and stuff.
Right.
Nowadays they are just like in their own world. Most
Right.
of the times they don't even talk to me when I this. They are just doing their own shit, and it's just like it kind of hurts me, you know.
Yeah.
most of the times there's festivals and stuff in India, cause India has lot of festivals. And
Right.
most of the times I'm just alone here with my dog, and I'm like, this is fine. It will change someday.
Yeah. It's good that you have an animal, something to help you through it at least. It's just crazy the amount of stuff that happens these days. Every time you try to take a moral stand in a company, they instantly come after you. Instantly
Yeah.
prevent you from getting anywhere in the company because they want to have all the selfish people in power, the people that don't care.
Yeah, it's the same with most communities too. Like if you try to be on the right side,
Right.
out and stuff, there will be people trying to put you down. Because why not?
Right.
And most of the times, the people whom you help won't even stand by your side,
Yeah.
caring about their own careers.
Exactly. And I tried to help out that buddy of mine that turned on me and stuff. He had confidence issues. I was trying to help him out through it. I even recommended him for a promotion and stuff. And it's just like I helped him get promoted and shit. And he turns on me and shit and completely forgets I exist. He leaves my Discord servers and doesn't even say nothing to me.
Yeah, that kind of happened with the friends who harassed and bullied me during my first. Even one of those where this kid, he was like 16 or something.
Right.
He was one of those people who don't really interact in total, mostly lonely. So I spent 1 or 2 months helping him out of depression and stuff in
Right.
his ghetto. Then he started communicating, connecting with people like my former friends who turned. And I thought I can trust him, so I spoke my mind and told him how there is this toxic guy who for the sake of comedy and humor and bullshit, he spreads toxicity in the game, the team. So I tell him this, and he instantly fucking backstabs me. Tells everyone that I'm a quote unquote backstabber just because I'm telling the truth.
Right.
And that's the thing, right? If you care about morals and stuff, most of the times you will just get face punts.
Right. They'll just sit there and dogpile on you pretty much until they get you out of the company or everything else. It's kind of what happened to me. I'm sitting here thinking about all this stuff, thinking like, where did I go wrong in this? I thought I was in the right.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing, that's the phase that hurts the most, like after you mess up or after people mess you up, every now and then you will have this phase where you are like, what did I do wrong? Was I always the bad guy? Was I always the guy, good guy? It's always this constant with your mind,
Right.
and you can't really do anything about it. Like you can of course drink for it, get your mind off
Right.
things, but after the alcohol, the high feeling goes off, it's back to facing the reality again.
Exactly. It's like you don't know which way is up or which way is down anymore because people keep messing with you so much. Yeah.
Like even my single mother usually she often loves, actually absolutely loves to interrupt me gaming and stuff, making content for YouTube and stuff. And
Right.
I'm like, Mom, you have friends to talk to. You have people to share your issues with. I don't have any. Last time I did it, I got backstabbed and stuff.
Yeah. People don't have a sense of loyalty these days. It's all me, 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 me all the time. All the damn time.
Like, trust me when I say I respect my mother because she's like a single mother
Right.
and she's the only earner. Even she has this workplace harassment or like caste system. But even it really breaks my heart when even she's like, "Why you gaming? Why you gaming? Why don't you do something else?" And I'm like, it helps me get me things off, like off my mind.
Right.
The therapy is like expensive as fuck even here. Only if you like flash your caste card that look I'm a backward class, give me concession and stuff. Even then they only roll amount by like 5 to 10%.
Right.
Not to mention the medicines are also expensive as fuck.
Exactly. Just
Basically why I bought my dog actually.
yeah.
Because just that it kind of fills the void in life.
Right. Helps you get through it all because you just can pet them and stuff, and it releases oxytocin, which helps you reduce your stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to a big university. They called it University of Minnesota for a while. I messed that up by playing too many video games and not paying attention to my studies. I regret it every day. I go back to campus sometimes just to walk because I have to remind myself, hey, you were smart once. You once did this, And it's just like, I want to go back,
It's kind
but
of the same with me. Like my fresher years, my high school years were really rough because I
right,
barely had friends and stuff.
right,
Most of the times I was depressed and stuff, and I really regret it. If I would have moved out of my comfort zone back then,
right.
then I would have been in a much better. And also grades wise, because the grades in India, I don't know about the American grades here.
A, B,
They are
C,
like,
D, A, B, C, and F, pretty much.
yeah, exactly. Like people care about way too much, dude. Like I
Right,
swear, if you go into the Indian IT sector, and if you let them sit with me in a meeting like him, like a face off, I'll probably know most about
right.
because of the education system.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's too expensive to even go back to school, and even now, when we're trying to get debt relief, the courts, the right wing people want to fight it, and they want to sit there and stop it. And it's like, come on. These loan companies in America have so much power over student loans, it's ridiculous. You can't even discharge them upon death, even. It's ridiculous. Whoever is left in your family is left paying the tab even after you're gone. It's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. Sally Mae, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but they were the ones that started a lot of it. Lobbying the government to keep students locked into debt, and they don't educate the kids about how bad this debt is. They just tell them, hey, go to school. Go waste
Yeah.
$40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $8,000 on this stuff. The only way you even get out of having to pay all that is if you join the military, which you're going to have to go in for at least 4 years, then another 4 years in Ready Reserve. Yeah, it's a messed up system. It's just designed to maximum profit for the loan companies. Yeah.
It's kind of the same here. Like my mom can't even apply for a loan right now to get a house just because her job ends like in 1.5 years. And
Right.
basically, I'll have to. Next year is my final year, so basically, I'll have to do internship just to get approval on.
Yeah, it's just crazy. If I remember correctly, you guys are probably on edge because of Pakistan. Because Pakistan
Yeah.
and India are rivals. What I
Yep.
remember. And it's just like, wow. The whole world feels like it's on edge right now, and it's it's the weirdest feeling in the world.
And it's like keeps getting worse day by day.
Yeah. They
There's
can,
this there's this thing in Hindu mythology. It is said that before, when humanity was a new thing, when we were like Homo sapiens and stuff,
right.
that was like the bright years, and basically, since the 16,000s, the Kali Yuga has started, which is basically damnation,
Right.
and it is slowly increasing. Is something kinda, it kinda makes sense.
Right.
And it's not like even a short term thing. Kali Yuga is like it lasts for like 500,000 years or something. Like it will get getting worse every year, and every year it keeps getting worse, basically.
Pretty much. It's like no end in sight to this stuff. I really think that 2008 was the flashpoint year where a lot of this stuff kicked off, where it really got bad. Because you look at the Google Trends and you see that all the negative stuff all spikes up after that year. Same year that social media really took off. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I just think that social media is part of it because there's too many people that hop on there and cause too much grief. I don't know.
Yeah, not to mention it's very like influential.
Oh yeah. They need more positive influencers like me. Like you, if you do content as well, it's just like it seems like all the narcissistic people get all the attention. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly like that.
Oh yeah.
That blood brother, that cousin that threatened me. But he has like 50 followers or something.
Right.
Kinda, I'm fine with it. Because I know it's most of the time those followers that we get for spending like crap ton of money for advertising and stuff.
Right.
But it's just at the bottom of my heart, it still hurts me because people are following him and stuff because they think he's a kind person. But in reality, it's the complete opposite.
Right.
If I'm not wrong, that's also a disorder, like that most Instagram influencers have. I think it's called influencer syndrome or something.
Right.
Let me see.
Narcissistic personality disorder, perhaps. They just completely lose themselves.
Influencer syndrome.
They have no empathy whatsoever for other people.
Yep.
I had to deal with a woman like that, and it was hell. That's how I nearly fell into that coma, because the narcissistic woman, she didn't give a shit. I went into my old workplace the other day just to sit there and see if she was still acting stupid, and yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's just some women out there that are just pure crazy. Nothing you do can help them.
It keeps reminding me of that first crush,
Yeah.
How she's a completely different person and backstabs and stuff.
Oh yeah, that
Behind your back.
that girl that I liked, she came up to me multiple times, asked me if I was okay and all, and she was actually carrying at one point. And then everybody in my workplace turned her against me.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. She was a good, kind-hearted woman.
Like even my first crush was like basically my first interaction with a person talking to someone because I was like one of those silent kids.
Right.
For almost 2 years.
I know that feeling all too well. I get you. Yeah, I had a girl I liked in high school too, man, and she was great. And it all fell apart in college. We just didn't get along as well as we used to and stuff. And even though I only had that one good one, she's the one that's kept me good, kept me from losing it. But shit. It seems like there's some kind of age gap. Like what the women older than 25 seem to be decent, but the ones younger than 25 seem to just not have any morals. It's just nuts. You notice that?
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're too much in the phones and stuff. Me. You know, I could still remember this girl that I was interested in that they turned against. She had black hair. She had beautiful brown eyes. Her skin was a nice olive, kind of like a dark olive sort of tint to it. Her eye, she had a smile like Cindy Lou. She was caring and she was kind at one point, and then the people turned her against me. She was a good friend for a while. And even though she's hurt me a lot, man, I'd still give her another chance if she was sincere and owned up to what she did.
Same here, man.
I know.
Like, every now and then when I'm like seriously down, I kinda look at the chat screenshots of Discord when she was like, really caring and stuff.
Right.
Like, yeah, it makes me more depressed, but it kinda like, makes me have faith in humanity a bit. That maybe someday I'll find someone who will take care of me equally,
Right.
like I take care of people.
Right. I just wish I could have that physical embrace of that woman in my arms right now. Wish I could hold her in my arms and say, hey, it's all right. I forgive you. I'll give you a second chance. I'll give you another go, you know? I just feel like I gave it all up. And like nobody believes it, man. I try to tell them this stuff happened and shit. And some of them just don't believe me because the gossipers got there before I could diffuse it, you know? They got there before I could sit there and say the truth. The saddest part about our world is that those gossipers will sit there and cause you a lot of grief before the truth even gets there. Then you try to tell your roommate, hey, this is what happened, you know, your roommate that works for you and shit. You say, hey, this is what happened and shit, and then he just treats it like it didn't happen and shit, you know? It's just like crazy. Yeah. I love this woman. It was the strongest attraction I ever felt towards a woman. Because she reminded me of my mother. I wanted to protect her.
Actually, same here.
Yeah. You felt like you can do anything for them, you know, and it's just heartbreaking when you see them just look at you. Yeah.
Like, when it comes to boys, you're in love when you see the moral values of your mother in eyes of a girl.
Right. Right. She'd always, when she was in a good mood and shit, you know, she'd always come by and say cool beans and stuff. And it's just like, even I miss that. And her smile and shit. And as much as I hate to,
I often get dreams and I'd rather go home night.
right.
Hear her voice sometimes, I hear her face, see her face sometimes.
Yeah, and I'll remember this. I'll remember her face and shit, you know. And it's like hard to not want to cry sometimes, you know, because of what I've lost and shit. Because I would have given her everything, you know. I would have supported her through her school and everything. I would have helped her pay for her school and shit. I would have helped her. But she decided to believe the rumors and the gossip instead of the truth when I put it out in front of her. I literally told her everything I did, you know, and I was honest with her. I never lied to her. I was always honest with her. And then these gossipers had to come in and ruin everything. You know?
Yep.
And my roommate just knew that all this stuff was going on, you know, he knew about some of it, and he didn't do nothing to say this is what's going on, shit, you know. It's just like, come on. Man, this world is so cruel. You know, man, we live in a cruel world.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's why like you do YouTube, I do YouTube for the same reason like you do it. I do it to get my mind off all that, you know, and I just try to put out content that people like. At the end of the day, you know, it's what I try to do anyway.
Yeah, same, man.
Oh yeah, I love my music, man. I love it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, that's basically why I'm alive right now. The music therapy.
Oh, music's great, man. It's a good healer.
Yeah.
It is a good healer. Music is helps get you through a lot of stuff. And you're talking
Yeah,
about
you
the
know, every
yeah.
like you know, every time I feel down and stuff, every time I feel like I'm on verge of crying or I feel numb, I just listen to Weekend songs. You might have heard his name, Abel Tesfaye.
Maybe.
Yeah, basically his songs kinda remind me of.
Yeah. There's a song from the new Black Panther movie that really, really resonated with me well. It was called "Alone" by Burna Boy or whatever. It just really resonated with me good. It's like, what are you gonna do when there's nothing to hang on to? Memories carry me. You know, it's a good one. Highly recommend it. Really, when you're feeling down the dumps, that's what I turn to. It just really helped me out a lot because it's like wow, that movie. I gave it like an 8 out of 10 on my Killer Film Reviews channel because that's what that channel is used for, is like film reviews and stuff. Like I got it all organized by genre, dude. Everything's organized by genre with my channels and stuff because the way that YouTube works, you have to kind of stick to the same game a while in order to get it to take off. You know, so that's why I stick to ships because I know that ships is going to eventually take off on here if I put enough time into it. It's the hope anyway, you know. That's why variety gaming channels sometimes don't have the best track record because they often have to because they try to put out content. They go like, let's say you go Fortnite for a while and then you suddenly switch to World of Warships, the game I'm playing now. You just lose all that traction instantly
Yep.
because of
The
that.
algorithm says nope.
Yeah, if you,
That's the algorithm says.
oh yeah, yeah. That algorithm says, oh nope, now you're back to square one again. It's just like, come on. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The amount of stuff you have to deal with the algorithm. I don't know how Mr. Beast did it, but he did it. He just studied. He studied it inside and out, and he had friends to help him through it.
Yep, he spends like $80,000 making a video.
Oh,
And
much
he
more.
recovers like 120,000.
Oh, he spends a lot more than that. He spends like a mil on a video these days. He's spending in the millions now. Yeah.
And gets in return like 2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah, 20,000 was probably around 3 years ago, but now it's at least a million on every video, I imagine. He's got his own burger chain here in the U.S. I know he's got some international locations in the works. He's got his own chocolate bar. The guy has got his own merch. He knows how to market well. This channel here was actually founded 3 days before he founded his channel. Because he started his Mr. Beast channel on February 19th, 2012. And this channel started February 16th. So,
I see.
oh yeah. A lot of the videos on here were made during the pandemic for the most part. A lot of the mobile gameplays and stuff. Because I was hard at it, you know, man. Posting 3-4 videos a day for a while. Now I kind of keep that spread out across the channels. Yeah. I just want to get my name out there more and hopefully grow these channels little by little. I'm thinking long term, man. You know, I'm thinking within a couple of years I'll get there. But for now, it's just trying to keep the channels going and trying to keep things vibing, you know? Yeah.
Like even me yesterday, I bought Modern Warfare 2
Oh, I have it.
just because, yeah, I bought it just because, like because of the hype, and then like if I can cash in right now, make content and stuff,
Right.
will take me a long time.
Right.
Because I tried convincing my mother that I really need the game. I know it's like what 5k here, 5k rupees, which is like
60,
yeah $60, yeah 60 70.
60 over here. Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's quite price costly, but I told my mom but that it will like get recovered once the content starts gaining popularity. Because most of the people in India don't really make PC content. Most of them are focused around mobile games and stuff.
Yeah. I believe it. A lot of my videos that do well are typically mobile games for the most part.
Yep.
I'd wager to say that most of the content consumed is from India. That's what I'd wager. Us Americans are running around too much to watch YouTube all the time, at least the older Americans. Kids, they got all the time in the world on their hands.
Yeah, that is until they go into high school and get crap ton of assignments.
Oh, yeah. Tons of it. Tons of it.
Like at least I'm kind of happy nowadays because they like in our college they started a new policy. In place of giving crap ton of assignments in a semester, they will just keep one assignment. That's it for internal.
It's like teach kids valuable skills that they'll actually use in life and don't teach them useful stuff, you know? That's what it should be, is teach them life skills like
Yeah.
money management.
Instead, yeah. Instead, what they are teaching is that there are captain of deadlines in life. You have to run all the time. That's what they are teaching as of now.
Oh, yeah. Try to, you say one thing out of line and you're dogpiled on. In a university setting these days, I think it's gotten worse. When I went to the university, man, they wanted to protest every darn day, and I was just like, what the? They didn't allow Christmas trees. They didn't allow to have the colors red and green at all for the clubs. And this was around 7 years ago, right? So now it's probably even worse. Yeah.
That's pretty racist, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, geez, you can't have the colors of red and green in the university anymore. It's just like, okay. Can't celebrate any holidays anymore. Okay. What next? Yeah. I'm trying to cast videos into the future, man, because I just know that the censorship laws are going to get worse and shit, you know? I'm just like, F it. I'm going to help out the people of the future. I'm going to give them a bunch of stuff. I'm going to tell them why everything got all messed up, you know? It's like, come on, you know?
By the way, do you know
Yeah. Think about how bad things are going to get within 100 years. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yep.
You ever watch Naruto?
No, but I've heard about it. If I'm not wrong, there is, if I'm not wrong, there is a depressed character, is it right?
There's a guy called Itachi Uchiha that's the brother of Sasuke Uchiha, one of the main characters. That's kind of how I'm like, you know, I kind of look at the future, not just the present, because I'm like, shit, if stuff's getting this bad now, it's going to get a lot worse in the future. Might as well sit there and be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what happened. This is why things are effed up now in your time. You know, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yep.
Because if they understand how things got all messed up, then maybe they can undo the damage in their time. You know, that's kind of where I'm looking at it. I don't know.
Not gonna lie, got to admit the UN is doing a great job nowadays.
Yeah.
Like now they have a YouTube channel. They even make videos about what the we are like, how we are messing up the planet and stuff.
Yeah. I could
In
have a.
a like informative way, like to which kids can relate to, which is really great.
Right. Yeah, it's just crazy the amount of stuff that happens these days. There's no privacy anymore. It's all everything's open. There's no privacy. Like a perfect example of this, like we go when I was at the factory job, we go from one location where things are more closed off in their own rooms, new location, everything's all one big room and stuff, and it's just like what the there's glass, see-through glass on all sides and stuff, and it's just like wow. Yeah, they don't. And even looking at my phone today, I look at the time stuff and I look at it and I'm just like, that looks like something that I would have had in 2005, you know? Instead of like the screen on the Apple being stylish like usually Apples are, it looks blocky like a Google phone. I'm just like, nothing against Google. I'm just like, what happened to style? You know?
Yep.
That's where I'm at, you know? It's like, come on. So I don't know. And we can even Black Friday stuff, you know, it's crazy. Black Friday, man. People run out and those poor retail workers, I used to be one of them, they have to deal with customers being pushy and everything. And it's just something they shouldn't have to deal with, you know? Customers all the time wanting this and that. They want the latest this, the latest that, the latest Xbox, the latest PC. They're never happy with what they have, you know?
Yeah, it's all about the marketing, man.
All about the
Like
marketing.
the moment you like open social media and stuff, YouTube, you're bombarded by the marketing. Like look at
Yeah.
this CPU. This is very good. Look at this console. This is overpowered and all that stuff. And it slowly sinks into your mind.
Yeah, they get you in the mind of consumerism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see how things are going to get any better unless people learn how things got all messed up. You know, it's like if we can't fix these problems now, they're only going to get worse in the future. You know,
Mm.
you say what you, like a lot of people will sit there and say, "Oh, this is bad, that's bad, whatever, whatever," and then they just don't get it. You know, it's like without like when it comes to morals, like without a moral foundation, everything falls apart. I don't care what I don't care what a person believes in. They believe in what they want, you know. I don't care. But the one thing I say is like there's got to be some kind of moral foundation. If you don't have a moral foundation, everything falls apart. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It kind of reminds me of the brother, man. Like Instagram influencer and stuff, whatnot. But ever since his childhood, he was like alone and stuff. So his parents, like really pampered him. Really made him a spoiled brat. And nowadays he does messed up shit like beat up other people and stuff.
oh yeah,
Just uh, just cause of the heat of the moment. And now he's planning to abandon his parents by going to the UK for
what the?
studying.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Going to the UK to get away from it all. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
And it's not even like he's letting like his parents take the loan or something. He insists upon taking the loan himself, like so as they
Right.
can basically have no contact with his parents whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, that's messed up, man.
Like his mother messaged me about needing help with the online university application and stuff to help her out, but I told her that regardless of what your son does, I will always be there for her.
Right.
She hasn't messaged me since for some reason.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that was a bold thing to say. I know it's kind of straight in the face, but I was pretty much done, staying silent for like 4 years, I believe, 4 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times that fucking brother has traumatized me.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I know what you mean. You have people yell in your face and shit, and they don't care. They just push on the way. They just use you. I know how that feels. I know how that feels, man. Believe me. Too many users and not enough givers these days. There's even a book. There's a book called The Giver, which they used to teach in the schools a while back. Not sure, I forget what the author's name was, but it was a good book. It's basically about a society where everybody's kind of suited for each one of those roles, and there's no color or whatever. And basically, the giver gives the color and sensation and feel back to one person, and that person's chosen once in a while. And the giver's job is to remember everything that happened, pretty much, and how things were before. Because the people
That
have,
also,
yeah,
yeah, that reminded me of this movie. I forgot the name, but it was basically about this middle-aged man. He didn't grumpy and stuff, mostly lonely. And then he started started giving back to the society, started helping people and cinematography. What he did was as as he started helping people and stuff, the frame of the movie started becoming more colorful from black and white. It
right,
was like really good effect.
right,
It's like the colors came back in his life as soon as he started helping.
right.
What's the time then?
It could have been The Giver. I'm just saying it did have a film adaptation. Could have been The Giver. Because that book is very famous. Just like Great Gatsby's famous. But I'm pretty sure that somebody's made a version of The Great Gatsby in India. It's just probably called something different, but I'm pretty sure the story's somewhat the same. Like I'm not sure. Like if you're more of a film guy, they did come out with the movie in 2014. I want to say 2013, 2014. That adaptation is
The
probably
one
the.
with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You seen it?
Uh, no, I plan to see it after the stuff you told me about. Seems
Oh
like a
dude.
interesting movie.
Oh, it is. It is. You can just feel the emotion. I've seen that film so many times. It's like ingrained in my memory. It's just like wow. You can just feel like you're in the book. You can just feel it. This is probably one of the few instances where the movie's better than the book.
Hmm.
Yeah, you rarely ever see that happen. Yeah. That that movie I've seen it 20 or 30 times, I must say. Yes, it's probably more slower pace compared to all of these action films these days, but hey, once you watch it, once you kind of get the meaning of it, you'll kind of be like, "Wow, this clicks." Why don't they make more stuff like this these days? You know, it's just crazy. Yeah, society's been. The funny thing is that our generation, Gen Z, is called the lost generation, like the same generation that wrote the books like The Great Gatsby. You know, it's like, wow. So now there's two lost generations.
Hmm.
Because we're surrounded by all this technology and shit, you know, and And it's like, wow, what do we do with it all? It's just crazy. Like for me, I want to take these channels and I want to turn them into a darn brand. When I get this off the ground, I want to have my own brand. I already have my own merch. I designed it myself. No sales yet, but I'm kind of hunkering down and I'm making this a brand with what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's my goal as well.
Yeah,
Of
make
course, I will be doing stuff as a filmmaker and stuff.
a
But I
filmmaker.
want that. Yeah.
So you must know a good bit about editing then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I work with Adobe Premiere Pro. That's the program I use, and I'm still trying to get a mastery of it. I'm still kind of struggling a bit with it.
I'm kind of intermediate at it. Not really expert yet, but yeah, getting
I
there.
see. Yeah, if you can, I'd love to sit there and learn more about it and get better with the program if you wouldn't mind. You know, show me a thing or two. I'd love to.
Yeah,
Love to.
actually, I have an account on Udemy. You can share the account.
You have a what?
Yeah, I have a Udemy account. It's basically a online learning platform.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
We can share the account. Let me see.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm trying to get better with my skills. You know, if I can do more things by hand and stuff, you know, it'd save me a lot of time. That's where I'm at. It's like the better I can get with my stuff, the better I'll be as a content creator. You know, that's how Mr. Beast did it, is that they passed on knowledge to knowledge. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm tired of working for the man. I want to get this off the ground. I want to be my own boss. You know what I mean? Just you probably have the same dream.
Exactly.
You just want to, yeah.
Like, seeing the caste struggle and seeing my mom suffer because of the management and stuff, I'm like, fuck it, I'd rather have my own, like, job.
Right.
Or at
Right.
least have some kind of side hustle where
Right.
I'm not working under some.
Yeah, because you get tired of the day-to-day drama and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I even had a shirt that says I'm retired from bullshit made, but it hasn't shipped to me yet, you know. It has the UGG emoji on the front of it, you know, it's like red, it's got the UGG emoji on the front that says I'm retired from bullshit, and then the back of it says leave me the fuck alone. It's got the emoji with like the huffing or whatever, like the guy's like huffing or whatever. He's got the smoke coming out of his nostril. Yeah.
Nice one, man.
Oh yeah, I'm still waiting on it. You know, I'm hoping I get it soon. You know, it's like what happened to that? Yeah, I got it in a hoodie and I got it in a shirt because I'm like, hell, might as well get both. Probably not something I'm gonna wear around in public too much, but man, it just represents how I feel sometimes, because it's like I just want to do my job. I don't care about the drama, you know? That's where I'm at, you know? I just get tired of dealing with that drama. Every time. I don't know why it is. It's always there's always some girl or some guy, you know, they're sitting out there, they're either smoking a little ciggy or something. They're being like, oh, this is what happened with so-and-so and so-and-so. And you're like, okay. And like, you try to walk away from it and you try to say, I'm not interested, and they still keep bugging about it. It's just like, come on. Yeah. This world, man, always doing something silly. Yeah. So you play ships at all, or you just kind of play the other wargaming titles?
No, I play ships quite a lot.
You do?
Basically a recruiter for India clan.
Oh, nice.
Indian Naval Command.
Nice. Yeah. I'm sort of the clan lead for my clan, the Pirates of Nassau. I'm kind of on here and there, kind of trying to keep things going with that. My main guy hasn't been on in quite a while, so I've been trying to get on him a little bit to be on more. I've been playing since closed beta. There's not too many closed beta players left, because a lot of them got annoyed with all the changes in the game. So I was beta stage, as you know, comes after alpha. So I was around since, what was it, March of 2015, I want to say, is the first time I got the first beta client. Somewhere around there. I just played the crap out of the game. I remember testing out a toggle before it ever got into the premium shop, and that was amazing. It was even faster than how it is in the game now. Jeez.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, it went like 38 knots before, right?
Oh yeah, it was fast. It was faster than what we have now in the game. It was nimble, and it was able to dodge and maneuver really well. Yeah. The developers kind of were very generous in the beginning, then over time they just sort of got greedy. Yeah. Not sure if you know this, but the original developer is no longer given to develop the game anymore. It's under some other people now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of why they told us the future lines, I think. Otherwise, they wouldn't have told us all this stuff so far ahead in the future.
Yeah, but at least the new developers are at least like, I don't know if it's true or not, but ever since they're like, they are kind of making good changes a little bit. Like, they are implementing this new AA system
Right.
in like next 2 weeks or something.
Yeah. I think it should go over well, probably. A lot better than other stuff they've done in the past. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Sub Octavian, but he's the source of a lot of grief for the community over the years. He did a lot of silly decisions. Kind of the middleman between the players and the developers.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Oh yeah, he was really annoying to be around. He was really self-centered. Yeah. He even deleted his Reddit account, I think. I don't see it active anymore. I think he got tired of being bugged. So yeah, he kind of caused a lot of stuff. We had this guy, Pigeon of War, that was awesome in the beginning. He kind of moved on after a couple of years, but he was great. African American dude. He have the Coup of Boom flag, which he would give out to people that did good things to the community, and he was great. And there was Hampa Fodder after him, and he was great. There was a Corgi guy that was awesome too. I forget his name, but he was amazing. Been a lot of people that have come and gone over the years with ships. My favorite content creator, I Chase Gaming, kind of quit making content about a year ago. So
Yeah,
I
I saw your video.
yeah, I was kind of bugging him for a while. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I just was the guy, his videos were the ones that taught me how the game works.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure I've watched like majority of his tutorials and stuff.
Right.
Because his voice was like, he had that perfect calm.
Right. He always said what was on his mind. He didn't really hold it back too much. That was what I liked about him. I had to bug him for quite a while to put out a video. He eventually did it anyway, kind of telling people, hey, this is what's going on, yada, yada, yada. And I was kind of responding to a lot of the comments saying, hey, no, he's fine. He's in college, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Yeah. But believe me, I think the biggest thing that they've really messed up on was super ships. Besides submarines and trying to counter them, these super ships seem a little overpowered at times.
Yep. Not to mention goddamn Satsuma.
Yeah. 510 guns, yeah. It's crazy.
I can deal with other super ships, but goddamn Annapolis and Conde and Satsuma, dude. Those are just broken. No other way to put it.
Yeah, they are pretty brutal to deal with. To be quite frank, they are. I don't know how people deal with them, they're crazy, both of them. They both put out a lot of damage every time. Every time. My whole... Like, there's this one saying that's always stuck with me, and it was always, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. My high school principal would say that phrase all the time, and it just stuck with me. Because it's like, it's so true. You either make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. You know? It's like, that makes so much sense. It's easy, it's simplistic, and you remember it. You know? When you keep things simple, people likely to remember it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My big thing now is just trying to live my life. I'll help out people when I can, but not as much as I used to, you know, because I got to be careful and I don't want to be hurt again. You know? Maybe I'll buy an appetizer or something when I'm out eating with a friend or something and keep it to that. Some homeless person side of the road, maybe I'll spot him some cash, you know? Gotta do small things from now on. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be missing me in about a month from now, is my guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, it's the holidays. Matt would have sat there and did this, this, and this. And then they're like, oh, gosh, we drove Matt away, blah, blah, blah. And they'll be done with that. But I know that I told the truth, man. I know that I always spoke the truth. Never lied to anybody in that place. I always spoke the truth, and I know what I witnessed. I know what I went through. If they chose not to believe it, that's on them. You know? That's on them. I know I did my best.
Oh, yeah, I sent you the username, password, everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It took a lot out of me, man. Like, I was literally sitting in my bed for so many days, burnt out from all the stress. You know? It's like, hey, don't you remember when I wasn't getting out of bed in the morning and stuff? Do you remember when I was super out of it and shit? Do you really think that happened because of nothing? You know?
Like, it's often when you're down and stuff, that is when you realize that most of the times people are only there for the good times.
Yeah.
And like, when it's your downtime, you are probably slow,
Right.
especially if you are a man.
Oh, yeah. Especially, we'll try to look
You
in.
have like 1,000 people in their DMs asking them how they are.
Right. Women get that all the time. They're better at the support system stuff, and they get that all figured out. Versus us guys are more solitary creatures, we don't like to get out there too much, we like to have our little alone time and stuff. But yeah, depression sucks, man. Yeah. That really sucks.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? The alone time eventually turns into loneliness.
All the time, man. All the time. And you're just sitting there trying to get through your day and shit, and then the people just don't even realize how much you're hurting and shit. They like say, oh, he's okay, he's smiling and shit, and then underneath it, you're just like, oh, okay, this is that, It's like, come on. It's like, what can you do, Sometimes you truly love someone, and then you have to let them go and shit, that's how life is sometimes, you just do what you can. And then sometimes the people you trust will sit there and say shit a bunch behind your back and shit, and you just have to be like, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened. I told you it, because there's a saying, right? If you're angry or if you're super drunk, you're not lying. You're literally going to be spot on with the truth every time when you're in both those states. I was drunk. I told my damn friend everything and shit. If you don't believe, that's on him. I know that I did the best I could for that company. I put in overtime hours every week. I was working 60 to 72 hours some weeks, I was putting in my hours. I was being generous, giving back, and still they treat me like this, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
The people that truly care about you when you're at your lowest point. You just know those people. And if your so-called friend, is walking away from you and you're hurting and shit, then you know that they're not the right friend, You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The best thing that I found that helps me get through all this stuff is sometimes I'll take walks through nature and stuff, and that just helps me. I'll take a walk through
Me
nature.
too, man.
Oh, yeah, I'll take a walk through nature. I'll
Like,
try. Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
Like if I don't take walk, like if I don't go out of the house, like at least once a day, I start going into this derealization phase, and I start becoming numb as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just to make my foods here.
Oh, yeah. You have to get out there and enjoy nature. It's important. I love seeing the water, especially. Like, I love walking by this beautiful creek. We got this beautiful creek that I'll walk through. I'll go to a lake and I'll walk by the lake. Now, with it being winter time here, you're not going to be able to see that beautiful water no more. It's all going to be ice. So it's like, okay. You know? Yeah. What about you? What do you like? Hello? What's this? I don't know. I'm tired. I'll set this for now. I'm a bit tired of shit. You just do what you can on a daily basis. That's all that matters. I'm just half tired half the time. Oh, life. Life so full of everything. Ugh. Oh, I'm tired. What have I been going for? I only do so much.
All right, back.
Oh, oh, good to see you again. Yeah, just talking about, things just don't always go the way you want them to. Like, me, that girl, that was the strongest attraction I ever felt towards a woman ever in my life. You know? I'll never forget that. Oh, my God.
Same here, man.
Yeah.
Like the sun's out and you don't know when you'll die.
Yeah.
That would be so, memories that I had with her and other pieces will be the last thing I'll remember.
Exactly. I can still remember her smiling face even now. You know? How the people turned her against me. And I remember warning her in text messages, I put exclamation points there and hoped that she got it, and she didn't get it. I was just like, my gosh. I tried so many times to tell her what happened, and she would either go the other way or I just couldn't get the words out. It was sad, you know?
Yep.
It's hard when you know that a friend of theirs is betraying their trust. They're not caring. Shit. I mean, when I hear somebody threatening violence on somebody and shit, I take that shit seriously. It's like, come on. Come on. You can't do that. It ain't right. I believe in peace, man. I believe in peace. I believe in being and not having violence, you know? You get what I'm saying?
Yo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jeez. I don't know much about Gandhi and his story. I only know little tidbits here and there, but I'm pretty sure he stood for peace, you know. He did a lot, you know?
Well, he stood for peace, but he also had the dark,
He also had what?
a dark side.
Oh, dark side. Yeah, I believe it. I don't know what his dark side was.
Basically, the other freedom fighters did much more than Gandhi.
Right.
But Gandhi got all the popularity, basically.
Right. And how do they teach it over there? For us, it's only like maybe 2 weeks at most we spend on them, and then that's it. I don't really spend too much time on him. They just say he was a leader for peace and he led a couple of protests. That's what they say. But I know there's always more to the story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'd love to hear it. You know, it's
Gandhi used to be a British officer.
right.
And he allegedly had intimate relationships with underage girls.
Oh my God. I can believe that, you know? It's unfortunate when that stuff happens. You try to sit there and say, hey, this ain't right. You know, and those people tend to get away. Like, what's his name? Prince Andrew or whatever. They caught him trying to seduce a 16-year-old or something. He got in trouble for that, and the Queen stripped him of his titles. Stuff. I know him, and then the biggest one probably Epstein. I don't believe that he killed himself. I think that somebody took him out. Jeffrey Epstein. I think that was his name. Epstein something. He's really big because he'd be running around with the celebrities. Really bad dude. He was trying to sit there and solicit minors for sex and shit. You know, pretty much all that shit. You know, it's all fucked up. The guy's a messed up person. You know. He's dead now, but man, he ran that operation. So many celebrities pictured with his ass, you know. He was the one that would get the minors for all the celebrities here, and it's just sickening, you know. Yeah. He was a very, very bad man, that guy. And there's another one, Harvey Weinstein. Big famous actor, basically got women to do things for him or he threatened their jobs. Still fighting his court case in court, by the way. That guy's a piece of work. Yeah. I'm sure you know famous people in India that get away with stuff all the time, huh?
Yep, like there's also basically the Narendra Modi is our Prime Minister's right hand.
Right.
Saha. Basically, that dude has cases of 14 murders on his name.
Jeez. 14 murders. Yeah, I can believe it. It's gotta be hard just trying to get through day to day. It's like, I know for me over here where I'm at, I'm concerned that one day I'm going to walk into a theater or into a shopping mall and there's going to be a damn shooter there. You know, they've been happening all over the place. Doesn't matter where you're at. They happen everywhere across this country. because the mental health care system is not there where it should be. They don't spend enough time to figure out what people's actual problems are half the time. That's the problem over here. They don't spend enough time doing that. So you end up with individuals that want to cause harm to others because they don't have any control over themselves, pretty much, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, like even in India nowadays, there's this thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Shivaji Maharaja's history is like very complex and stuff, right?
Right.
So recently, a movie came about it, and there was a massive controversy. They were like they're altering history and all, without even telling the proof that they are altering it or not.
Right.
And basically, these right wing people were like invading theaters and stuff, beating people up just because they are watching a movie that they paid for.
Right. It's just like, how did things go wrong in society? And everything, every fiber in my body points back to morals being removed from society. The second that started happening is the second things started getting out of hand. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Because even in the 80s, they had morals, and after the 80s, everything just kind of went to crap here in America, anyway. But our problem here in America that most Americans won't even own up to is the fact that a lot of us are super entitled, super proud, and not recognizing that we already have enough and we don't need more. Most of them don't even realize, hey, other countries have it worse, it's crazy. They think that they need the latest iPhone or the latest Android phone, and that ain't right. You can make a phone last a good 4 to 5 years if you just take care of it. The problem with iPhones in particular is that Apple tends to slow them down after a while to make you buy the new one. It's just like, okay, because I had an XR, and by year 3 they were slowing it down to the fact where it couldn't load web pages like it could 2 years ago. So that's what I've noticed. Like, a lot of us Americans are super opinionated about stuff. We don't try to compromise and stuff, which is ridiculous. To be honest, that's our fatal flaw, is we don't compromise anymore. We divide each other, or politicians divide each other, and we don't take time to just listen to each other and just figure out what the true issues are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, most Americans don't even own up to that much. They'll just sit there and be like, oh, it's all fine, and it ain't fine. It's like, there's a famous meme, like the dog's in the house and everything's burned around him. That's America. That's America right now. People aren't getting along.
That's the path India is headed to, unfortunately.
I believe it.
Like the right wing and left wing thing is really taking a form nowadays.
Right. They don't compromise. It's always their way or the highway.
Yep.
It's like, what the hell happened to our middle? They drove them all out because they kept trying to roadblock spending bills, at least in the U.S. There's a funding deadline which normally hits around December to fund the government here in the U.S. And basically what both parties would continue to do, no matter who was in power, is that each one would try to hold up that spending bill so that nothing would get passed. So that they would drive the middle people out that would compromise on said bill. They would target them in their midterms, and they would boot them out of office and put someone more radical in their place. Yeah. That's just crazy. Yeah. But, maybe with time things could get better, but we don't know that because we're still in the present here. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, you know? Maybe by some miracle things will get better, you know? It's going to take time. It's going to take time for any change to happen that's truly meaningful, you know?
Yeah, kinda hoping for the same.
Yeah.
If I get the chance to get into politics, I'll probably just, like, first of all, get people together.
Right. Try to change the system from within.
Yeah,
I get you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Rather than exploiting the system for my own advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole system's designed to keep the corrupt people in power and keep the honest people out of it. At least that's what I think it is most of the time. I took some courses in college about the the people that kind of pull the power, and it's mostly all these lobbyists that hold the most power. They're sitting there and bugging the politicians behind the scenes with free lunch, free this, free that, just to get their way. That's why it took so long to even enact laws on tobacco here in the U.S. You know, because the tobacco lobby was strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I thought you would be saying about weed and stuff.
Oh, weed? I don't care if somebody smokes that. That's fine. I don't mind it when somebody smokes that. Doesn't cause any problems for me. It's the tobacco I don't like the smell of.
Do that.
Yeah. When you smell weed, it's more of a pleasant smell. When you smell tobacco, it's an ishy smell. Especially the menthol kind. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't care if somebody smokes weed. I could care less. Most of the time when I run into someone who smokes it, they're pretty decent people. I don't have a problem with them. It's when you have the ones that abuse the opioids, that's when you have the issues. Because they're out of their mind completely. When somebody is on like weed, they still have some control over themselves. They're just more in a dreamlike state. But when they're on an opioid, they really don't have control over themselves. That's the difference. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I really do have a weird position. I don't like tobacco, yet I like weed. It is really funny.
no, it's kinda the same for me too.
Yeah, I get you. I just do what I can to get through my day at this point. I don't. I hope that they do legalize it because it was legal in this country at one time to have weed. Then they made it illegal under Nixon because he didn't like the protesters camping out on the White House lawn. Pretty much is how the story goes, anyway. But there's definitely still some good people left. It's just it takes a while to find them these days, like yourself there. You got to just do what you can day by day. That's where I've kind of gotten to in my life. And if something knocks you off balance, you just got to find that motivation to get back up again and to fight, Like, even when I lost my job this last week, I got out and I did the DoorDash, because I was like, I need to make money. I need to be able to pay my rent, and I just got up and I did that, because I knew that I needed to, it's one of the things that people like, they try to just knock you down. They think, oh, ha ha ha, he's not going to get back up again. But the second you get back up again and stuff, you're showing them who's boss. You're showing them who's stronger, Because, yeah, because half the time those people trying to tear you down anyway are the people that don't feel good about themselves. You know, they got that low self-esteem thing going on, and it's just like, hey, we we got this. We know what's going on. You know, we know what's real going on. You know, like Itachi Uchiha. You know, when he's in Naruto and stuff, he's paying attention to how his actions will affect the future and not just the present. You know, that's what makes the person who considers the future and the present is going to be much stronger than the person who only considers the past and the present. You know, each one kind of builds on each other like a building block, right? Your past kind of creates your values and all that. Then your present kind of maybe challenges those values, and then the future is kind of where like you want to get to, where you want to change, where you want to grow. You know, and that's kind of where I see it. You got to try to have a growth mindset. You got to be able to experience things, you know, and just really try to take it in, you know, one step at a time, and just try not to overwhelm yourself. You know, that's the biggest mistake people make when they're dealing with depression is they try to take it all at once instead of just one step at a time. You know, that's how you tackle it. You got to tackle it one step at a time. You know? Yeah. You start by filtering out the bad. You take those bad memories and you put them somewhere else, and you start remembering those good memories, and you fill yourself up with those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing nowadays.
Yeah. The good memories give you the strength to just fight back and just be able to be like, hey, this isn't where I'm at anymore. This is where I am now. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Did any of that kind of ring true for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just me speaking from life experience. It's been through, 25, you go through a lot. You go through a lot of stuff, you just some of it sticks with you, some of it don't, like this girl, for instance, I try to remember her being all happy and stuff, and not all the times she was mad. That's what's kind of helped me out through some of it. I just got to try to remember the good stuff, you know? Yeah. That's what matters to me is just trying to get through it day by day. Just enjoying life one step at a time. Because the second you let somebody take power over your happiness and your well-being is the second you start losing it, you start falling that depression. But the second you start realizing, hey, these people aren't going to be in my life forever. They're going to be gone. I'm going to still be here. I've got a future. I've got something I got to fight for. That's the end goal. You got to create a goal. You got to motivate yourself around that goal. That's kind of how you pull yourself out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty
For,
much how I felt, right? When I cut off all my ties with my brother.
right.
With like a free word. Like, yeah, I'm lonely now, but fuck it. At least I'm free.
Yeah.
Don't have to stay under anyone's control.
Right. Right. Because they want you to get angry. They want you to lash out because they love that reaction out of you. But when you stand your ground and you say, no, that's enough. Hey, I'm sorry for this and this happening. I'm done with this, and you just kind of move on from there. It's, yeah. It's hard in the moment to just be like, hey, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to move on and stuff. Once you let the stuff go, you feel a lot better, you know?
True.
But with women, it can be hard because you remember, hey, this and this happened. I really want to be with them, and it just kind of drags you down a little bit. But how you pull yourself out, like I said, you got to focus on the positive. Got to remember when they're all happy and shit, when they weren't being so out of it. Yeah. That's just my tidbit, man. I've been through a lot in my life, and thankfully, you know, when you surround yourself with good friends and shit, it helps you with a lot. You know, it's hard to be a genuine person these days. It's hard to just be yourself without somebody sitting there running around and saying, "Oh, this person's this and this," and you just gotta learn. You gotta tune those people out, confront them when they're wrong, you know, and be like, "Nope, that's not me. This is who I am." Yada yada, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I just been through a lot of life, man. That's how I know most of this stuff. It ain't easy. Life wasn't meant to be easy. It was meant to make us kind of learn and grow. That's how I look at it. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, I don't know if I'll go to heaven or hell and all that stuff. But what people don't understand is maybe we are already in hell, maybe we are already in heaven.
Right.
It's up to you what you make of it.
Right. Exactly. Because you just realize that you're in the middle of stuff. You realize that this is what it is and you gotta accept it one way or the other. That life's not gonna be good all the time. There's gonna be bad times and there's gonna be good times. You gotta remember that the best way to get through it is to try to remember the good times and try to lean on those good friends and your family. That's what I've learned in my own life, you know. My family helped make me the man I am today, and my experiences, my good friends have helped keep me going. And sometimes the hardest thing is just realizing that there's going to be haters, there's going to be doubters that don't believe what happened. But when you know you've experienced it, when you've written it down and you can still feel the memory, then you know you've experienced it and you know that it was real. Even when the other people around you try to say that didn't happen and it did, you know? It's just crazy. Yeah. Some days I think that, yeah. I wonder if I'm going to sit there and be some kind of counselor in the future myself, you know? I feel like I could.
I get that often for me as well.
Yeah, I want.
People are like, dude, you should be a therapist, dude. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I have 2 years of psychology in my education thing.
You make me wonder if you're an INFJ like myself.
INFJ? No, I'm ENTJ.
Oh, ENTJ. I see. Oh, that's why we kind of get along so well then.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm more of an introvert and you're more of an extrovert. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. It's always good having a good conversation, you know, and just talking about life. Some people, you know, they kind of get it. They kind of see me. They kind of be like, "Oh, this guy don't know nothing," and I know a lot. It's just like,
Yeah, exactly. Same here. Like, if you see me iron, you will be like, what the fuck, this guy looks like a fucking Godzilla.
right.
Then you listen to me talk of stuff and you're like, what this guy knows it.
Yeah, and you're like, this guy knows a lot. You know, maybe I should seek him out for advice once in a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing about human interactions. Like, doesn't matter how much you talk about life, doesn't matter who you talk to. Once you talk about it, it feels much better. Feels like burden has been lifted from you.
Right. You gotta talk about life. You gotta take in the experiences and stuff. You gotta feel it, you know. You gotta take risks once in a while, and it helps, you know. Yeah. Like, just trying to apologize to that girl, you know, man. I was scared as hell, but I did it, you know, because I like tell myself, hey, am I gonna be a pussy or am I gonna be a man, you know? And I just decided, hey, I'm gonna be a man. I'm not gonna run away from this. I'm gonna own up to this, and that's it, you know. If they want to stay mad at me, that's their own thing, you know. Yeah. Women are very interesting creatures. They just don't know what they want half the time. They're always so wishy-washy, not knowing what they want. It's just like, You say you want a good person that listens and supports you and attends to your every need, and then when you have that person, you tend to go for the other person that won't do that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
was great talking to you, man. I need to go do my daily routine and stuff.
All right, man. It was great talking to you too. Let's pick this up sometime soon, and let's run some ships
Sure,
together
sure.
sometime. Okay?
Sure, sure.
Yeah. You have a good one, man.
You too, man. See ya.
See ya.
Also, before I go, sleeping time.
Yeah.
Make sure you use sleeping time, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got Thanksgiving. Got to pick up my auntie in a couple hours from now. So yeah, I got to get some good sleep. I get you there.
Yeah,
Right.
man. Good night.
Good night to you too.
It's afternoon, but okay.
I get you. I get you.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a good one, man. All right, one last match. I gotta get some water. I gotta get some. Let's get this. Thank you for watching this